petty all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode with the Petty Party Crew. What's up, what's up, what's up? We're all in the studio today. It's a good day today. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. Good. Okay, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby. Please say the baby.
Hey guys, it is your girl Jori Alia.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Shell, aka Each of the Few Nasty.
Hey everyone, Just Nick checking in.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Colette coming out the set. What's good, y'all?
And welcome to our latest episode. I hope that y'all have tuned in and caught up with our last episode, so that way you can stay on track with us for this one. What y'all been up to? It's been we had a little winter storm here in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean,
that snow was gone in the afternoon,
but it was there in the morning.
Ever since Alaska, I feel like Dallas is traumatized. So we did.
That's really what it was.
Yeah.
That's
because like it snowed, and then I walked. It got sunny. I'm like, where'd the snow go? Wow, I couldn't even go outside and enjoy nothing.
No, it's crazy.
The grocery stores were empty, like all the fruit and stuff. I'm like, wow, y'all, like we really are traumatized. If y'all knew what happened to us in 2021, you will understand why we're traumatized.
We ran out of water by like Saturday,
But I feel everyone for preparing. Like I honestly shout out to y'all because listen, I went the day before.
So I have a question for y'all, right? So, it's a new year and like we're all clearly entering into a new era. So what would you call the era that you're in right now? Like if you had to name it, like give it a name. Like and don't say I'm in my soft girl era because that was so 2022 low key and we brought it into 2023, 2024. What are we on?
It's 2024 and I'm on that get back era.
Yeah.
Michelle, what the fuck you on?
No, the thing is, I actually
I feel
that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually feel that.
2024, I'd say y'all gonna feel me this year for real.
It's so okay.
Years.
I mean, Paulette's on that get back.
Yeah.
But I'm on that give back.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So details.
Just give back. I think you and I kind of had the conversation the other day. I'm just definitely in an era of where I want to make other people's life easier. And however I see fit with doing that's what I want to do.
So is it giving trick?
No.
Not trick, girl.
Screaming, but low-key.
Philanthropy.
She said, I feel you. Gotta clarify, my girl.
Right.
It's giving treat.
Gotta clarify, my girl.
Giving trick.
It's crazy because like Paulette's saying get back, Nikki's saying give back, which is very charitable. But I feel like this year is personal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm in my selfish era. I'm not gonna lie.
I love it. Okay, well, I kind of didn't have a name for it, but I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is my winning era. Like, I really feel like this is really gonna be my year.
Yes.
Like,
They don't think I want a Grammy.
Claim
period. Like,
Claim it.
Yeah, like when
Claim it.
Championship season. I feel that.
Okay.
Someone had to do it. Cowboys couldn't.
Low-key.
Embarrassing.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word.
It doesn't have to be a word. It can
Just
be a
like
phrase.
anything.
What chapter? What chapter?
Michelle, you in this?
Dang. This year I'm getting everything I want. But not even just that. I even feel just like truly enjoying the moment. Yeah. I feel like life goes by so fast. Like when we think about the pandemic, that was 4 years ago.
Yep.
And I feel like a lot of us refer back to it like it was a year ago and it was 4. So for me, it's really trying to like live life from this moment forward and enjoying every moment that's in front of me. Because like looking back to me is dead. Like I don't want to look back no more. Like time for new memories. Thanks.
It's time to show out.
But I feel like a lot of people refer to the pandemic just because people are still trying to recoup from it. Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but like I just feel like I haven't bounced back the same. So I agree with Jori. It's like I need to get back into like a normal routine. I don't know if I found that yet. I don't know if my routine just has to change post-pandemic or what it is. But I agree. Like you have to live in the moment. You have to actually enjoy the moment because I feel like we're just like in a time warp, sped up. Time's infinity.
Time is not real. I just feel like time is just not real. Like time is definitely a social construct.
I feel like I bounced 2024. I bounced back from the pandemic this year. Like honestly, like pandemic what? Like,
Type girl. Type shit.
You don't call me Paulette anymore. Call me Type shit. Okay.
No.
So listen.
I feel like I'm kind of in between because there was definitely a time like during the pandemic where it's like you was going out but you really couldn't like enjoy being out, or like there's just certain things where you just couldn't enjoy. And I think when I left the pandemic, I was like trying to like catch up. Like I felt like I just missed out on so much. I'm just trying to catch up on this part, every aspect. And I feel like I'm finally in a place where it's like, okay, it's like a balance where it's just like I can enjoy myself without feeling guilty about it. You know what I mean?
I was just looking. Not all of us kind of like in our neutral colors. That's
low key.
Interesting. Okay. I'm here for the little coordination.
I feel that. Even though I feel like I'm always wearing black. But
it's okay.
So, let's go rob a bank.
You can never go rob a bank.
No, my nails not done. So I was like, let me just...
I'm screaming.
No.
You
know what? That can low-key be a trend. You know what I'm saying? Like the gloves.
You could have just said it was cold outside.
Yeah, it's cold outside, so it's really just like
that really like she's like
literally sticking glue. Like she about to stick to a wall or something.
No, okay. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into the moto.
Look at you. What y'all take about?
Yeah. Wow. Exposed.
Yikes.
It's okay.
That's not the era I thought I was in.
It's okay, because I was actually going to show up today without my nails on. But I'm going to get them soaked off tomorrow.
Yeah,
I waited a day, but if not, I would have done the same tip. So it's okay.
Nah, same.
Okay. So this motto is called, my boyfriend told me I need to start paying for more dates. Yikes. Embarrassing. Just kidding.
Let the shakedown begin.
Okay.
Just kidding.
So I've been dating this guy for 2 months now. 2?
Oh, baby.
Already?
Baby.
Oh, you signed up for a lifetime of
her.
her.
That type of talk. It's too early for that.
I'm crying because what I had to scroll up like, did I say boyfriend or did I imagine it? Okay, it's a little early, but whatever. So it's actually too early.
You make the 3 month mark. He already putting out demands. Boy.
He said paying for more. So you're already paying.
Yeah. Y'all don't clown. Don't clown the reader. The writer.
Actually, yeah. I'm sorry. This is safe space, guys. Safe space. So I've been dating.
Be prepared to be clowned too. You know.
So I've been dating this guy for 2 months now, and we're exclusive with each other. So far, he's paid for every date, which is something I really liked about him. He seemed like the providing type.
Yo, we're childish.
Sorry.
We're childish, actually.
I thought he was doing it.
Bro, do you want me to read it? Do you want me to read it?
Like, knowing how it ends is just crazy. Okay. Okay, he seemed like the providing type. I thought he was doing it because he wanted to.
No, Michelle, give it to me. Let me read it.
Let me read it. No,
it's
the listeners and people that are watching this are going to appreciate this because it is funny.
Okay, so
Loki, I don't even know what it is. Start from the beginning.
Okay, I'm going to start from the beginning. So I've been dating this guy for 2 months now, and we're exclusive with each other. So far, he's paid for every date, which is something I really liked about him. He seemed like the providing type. I thought he was doing it because he wanted to, because he would get his card out and pay before I would even have the chance to reach for my wallet. He's older too. I'm 24. He's 32, so I assumed it wasn't an issue. However, the other day he told me it bothers him that he pays for everything and that he likes paying here and there, but he doesn't want to feel obligated, and he likes independent women who got their own.
Basically, hold on. How old is he?
You're my elder.
Yeah, of course you like independent women. Date someone in their 30s.
Okay,
but
go ahead.
Even then.
Basically told me I need to pay for dates more. I'm kind of turned off by this, I'm not gonna lie, because it's my treat every once in a while, but I don't want to be out here splitting dates 50-50 like we're just friends. Should I reconsider our relationship?
Absolutely, girl. Like, because that to me is just like 2 months in, and like, can you imagine a year and plus with him? Like, that's 50 everything.
My thing is, you said 32-year-old asking somebody to put in more. She's 24, bro.
She's a baby.
She's like,
so I'm pretty sure she's not even in an established career.
You know
so
what I'm
even
saying? Like,
picking up a tab like that.
Yeah.
And don't date right now. Maybe you shouldn't date, buddy. Like, you don't want to date, and it's okay.
And not only that, since you're 24, I feel like the whole idea of dating an older guy is because, like you said, you think he's going to be a provider. For a man to be 8 years older than you and ask him to be going 50-50.
It's crazy.
He asked her, don't find a man your age.
50-50, or did he just say pick up the tab?
Pick up the tab.
Which is what you're asking me is to start paying.
After 2 months?
2 months?
2 months is crazy.
But even picking up the tab is still like, because that's the least you can do as an older, like, you know what I mean? Take her out to eat. Why is she picking up tabs?
Like, oh my gosh. Like, I remember when I was her age and I literally was talking to someone in their 30s, and like, I wouldn't excuse it if he opened his mouth to... I'll be like, you know what, this is over. The arrangement's over. It doesn't make sense that I'm here.
But to be honest with you, I've been realizing that a lot lately is like, in this like dating field we're in, I see that a lot of men will do all these things to like get you in the beginning. Like they'll provide for you, they're buying you gifts, sending you flowers, taking you out on dates. And then as soon as you commit to them, it's like amnesia. They forget what they did to even get there, how they were treating you, how they were doing things to please you. Next thing you know, like you said, y'all are roommates. Like y'all are friends. Like y'all are going 50-50 on things. Y'all are just like, it's just weird. And I've been realizing that a lot with the dating like culture that we're in.
Yeah. And let me just clarify, I really don't see an issue with picking up the tab every now and then. I really don't. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like after a certain amount of dates, it is a nice gesture to offer or reach for it. But the fact that he's gone out his way to pick up the tab before you can even reach for your wallet, before the bill comes, and for him to communicate that to me, like, I want to pay for it until you ask me to. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really that type of person where it's like, now that you're telling me like I have to pay for the next date, now I don't even want to date you anymore.
Yeah, I'm not dating you anymore. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Because I also feel that you shouldn't be telling somebody to pick up a tab. Like if she, like, let's say y'all go to the movie, she'll be like, okay, like you paid for the ticket. Let me go get the snacks. Yeah. Or something like that. Like allow that to be organic. But when you put that type of constraint on somebody, why would they want to do it?
Yeah.
Because like now it's like a chore.
I'm not gonna lie, that's an ick. I feel like having to verbalize it to me just gives me the ick, because like we all said, like naturally you pick up the tab here and there, you'll do little things. So I feel like if you have to have that conversation with me before you even allow me to even get to that point with you, I'm kind of good on you, because it's kind of giving you want me to be what's the saying? Guys be like, oh, you the one with all the money,
big money.
No. Even no.
And why are you expecting that from a 24-year-old? Like
that's my biggest thing. That's my biggest thing. She's a small girl, bro. Like no shade to you.
Yeah, no, literally,
sweetheart.
Like,
a small girl.
Like at 24, I'm pretty sure we all had just like
finished
college. Got out of college too long ago. We're all living at home. We're all trying to figure out our lives. So it's like, why are you expecting her to be able to pick up steak dinners and whatever the case might be?
Like you sitting across from me, oh my gosh,
you should definitely be within your career.
And mind you, I think there's just a better way to say that. You know what I mean? I think there's definitely a way that you can communicate that you want somebody to maybe take more initiative when it comes to dates. Like there's a way a guy can hint to be like, oh, next time, you treat me. I think there's definitely a way a guy can hint that without coming off offensive. But for him to say he likes women, independent women that got their own, and apply that somehow like you can't afford to pick up a tab. You know what I mean? I feel like that implication is what is like icky, because there's a way you can definitely be like, okay, next time it's your treat, or I want you to support me. I feel like there are definitely guys who know how to hint it, and it's not like, okay, you're being funny, but I'm also catching your drift,
But she said he picks it up so quickly she doesn't even have the opportunity. So you want me to watch you pick it up and be like, no, I got it. No, if it comes out and I got it, allow me to get it on my own. But you want me to beg you to pay a bill? You're crazy as fuck. Like in today's economy,
it's yours, bro. It's yours.
I'm not picking up nothing I don't want to pay for. Respectfully,
actually, let me not say this, but it's like I feel like men want to be us, because like, why would I grab the check? As a city, like, come on, bro. Like, the image don't even make sense. Come on,
the image don't even make sense.
Y'all, come on. Y'all just heard what I just said. Imagine that. You be like, wait, I'll take it. I got it. Like, what?
And then afterwards, should I change your tire?
Thank you. Like,
oh, no, baby.
Wait, y'all are so dramatic.
No, baby, don't worry about this. I got this. I got us.
No, baby boy, you good.
Man, y'all, my girl, man, she a provider. What? But you seen that one Idris Elba TikTok where it's like when they want you to be a credit score, he's like, the fuck? Like, that's all I imagine.
But you know what that kind of leads me to, even kind of what Nikki was saying, like how like when someone's like dating you, how they like pursue you, they do all these grand things. I actually think it's important, like for men and women, to kind of be a little bit mindful of like how you're acting like in the beginning when you're dating somebody, because I do think when you naturally like somebody, you kind of overgive or you overstep, and it kind of can turn into a situation down the line where you're like, damn, I hate that I'm doing this and this, but it's like you low-key showered that nigga with that, so now he expects that of you. And that brings me to the point of talking about Bernice's daughter when she said that every day she was sucking her nigga's dick to the point where now her jaw's locking up. And it's like, no one told you to suck this nigga dick every day.
Fire drill?
We need to keep this in.
No, we definitely do. Keep it recorded, Spider.
Hold on, please.
Keep recording.
Wait, do we need to be locked or do we need to be out getting out of a fire?
We need to be getting out.
No, we need to make sure there ain't no tornado.
Oh,
They
we
literally
make
just
sure
said
that it's not an active shooter in the building.
That's what I'm saying. They said
Exit towards the
exit.
stairs. Can they be more specific?
So we're back from our little fire drill.
Intermission.
But like I was saying, yeah, like you can't go in doing all these things and then later on down the line you're complaining about it. Because I feel like that's what people get used to. So when you stop, it's kind of just like
sucking someone's pee and getting lockjawed. That's a lot. What are you
she
doing?
clocked in every day.
I think
like
it's
it was
one of
a
those
job.
things. So I think
How long was you sucking a dick for?
That's what I'm saying. Like an hour.
But I think it's more
just
so one of those
matters
things where
every
I feel like that gives like you're worried that he's gonna cheat.
I don't give a damn.
'Cause she said it also in the interview, like you can tell if a man's been doing something or not.
If
like
his balls are full or not.
If he comes a little, then he's been doing something. If he comes a lot, then you know he hasn't been doing anything. So that might have been.
Are y'all serious?
Which is
Do
kind
men
of
want their dick sucked every day?
No.
yes,
No, that's not true.
absolutely they do.
I don't, y'all. Okay, so only reason I have to say no, just because men I've been like dealt with and stuff like that wasn't like no.
But if you gave him an option,
Yeah.
no. If you gave him the option of
take it,
if you-
maybe 2 days off.
Yeah, like
Out
if you
of
gave,
the
I'm telling you, if you
365
gave him the
days, but
option
yes.
of like,
No.
hey baby, like I really enjoy sucking dick. Can I suck your dick every
No.
morning that we wake up? Do you think he's gonna say no?
I
just
think so.
Don't think.
I'm gonna be
But
honest
he
with you,
can't
I think
like it
so.
that much.
Yeah,
if he has to suck it so long that she gets
Every
locked
day?
on.
But I don't think she's sucking it so long that she gets lockjaw. I think
She's
just
doing it
lockjaw. I think she has-
every day,
I think she sucks it. I think she has
365.
lockjaw because she
The frequency of it.
How many times she did it?
Ladies, I understand. If you think he's cheating, girl, he cheating.
But-
you ain't gotta put your body and
then-
mouth through stuff.
I would not want to find out he's
Men?
cheating through sucking his
But
dick.
Yeah,
you
like,
can't
ew.
figure that out anyways because I'm not gonna
Sorry,
lie, you
sorry.
sucking a nigga dick and he busts his nut, like that's just gonna make him last later on when he's gonna fuck another
Exactly.
bitch. So
Thank
you
you.
thinking
Then
that's gonna be
her
like you're not stopping
Thought
him from
you
fucking
did your
another
big
bitch after he
one.
nuts.
And then like
it's
she's
just-
in your mouth. Oh my god,
So
guys.
question, what did she learn? What was her takeaway?
I mean, they're not together now. So what did she learn?
Yeah.
I mean,
She
no
learned
shade to the
nothing.
girl.
It's her
'cause she's
ba-
a
it's her
young
baby
girl.
father.
She's a
no, I
young
mean like
girl.
was she coming from a place of I would never do that again, or was she just coming from a place of just telling like a story?
Like what was her
the
point?
I think she said she.
People
I think she
overshare.
just said she enjoyed sucking dick. I don't know what.
Oh, she was just
Listen,
talking.
she was on lip service. So it
Yeah,
was
I don't
whatever
know if
sex
it
service they were talking about, it was
was-
talking, but it just was like,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. But
I don't know. So
But
I don't feel like men don't deserve that. Like every day is crazy.
I'm because like, is he licking your box every day? No, he's not. So like, what are you doing?
I mean, I don't know if I would want to make it like a habit of every day. But
Yeah, like-
my husband, I'm going to regularly.
Your husband.
My husband.
Keyword. Like
My boyfriend.
But
And
maybe
regularly.
But maybe
it.
she's thinking that it's her baby's father. So
I'm
like,
sorry.
I
See. No.
I just think if you want to do it,
Nah.
do it because that's what you want to do. Don't
Right.
do
Trying
it
to
for any ulterior motive
keep
because there's going to
cheating.
be a point in time where you're not doing it because you want to do it. You're going to start hating it. And then he's going to be
And now-
mad because you're not giving him
but
what
she
he's
also
used to.
said, that he never asked for it. She said that it was her that initiated.
That's what I'm
it.
saying. That's
But
even-
I bet you if she would have
crazier.
stopped, he would have had an attitude.
Maybe.
We don't know because she kept
Attitude
giving
is
it and he
crazy.
still cheated.
No, it's like you're his
Attitude
sex
is
slave.
Crazy.
Like you turn yourself into a slave.
Attitude. Now you gotta start using teeth because that's crazy.
I don't know.
Y'all don't think, you know what? I hate it for us sometimes what we put ourselves through because no.
no, I hate it for her.
All right, y'all.
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
Who
go
ain't
ahead.
put it
So
in?
you won't cheat?
Crystal is not
Cheat
doing
on
that.
me. Cheat on me.
But
I'm
to
not
answer
sucking
the
your dick.
motto, leave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Leave.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
where we
girl.
were.
Leave.
You're 24. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
Or go find another older
You do
man.
not need to
Go
settle
get
for
you a
that.
skimmer.
Find
You
a
don't have to
bigger
pick up
trick.
Nothing.
Not get you. What I will say is, date whatever like you're comfortable with. Like, don't if you feel like truly you do not want to be in a relationship where you have to pay for dates. There are
You
men
don't
out
have
there
to.
where that's not going to be an issue.
Who are willing to pay
Yeah.
for everything.
Literally.
It's really not. Don't let
Girl.
social media have you feeling like you need to go 50-50.
You know what? And that reminds me of this video. I don't know if y'all saw that video where that guy was just like, honestly, like it really do be like here's where I get mad at women who have the audacity. It's only because I couldn't afford it. He was just like, I only got mad at certain things when I could not afford it. He was just like, man, when I was up, get whatever you want, do this, do that. But he was like, man, when I was down, why are you getting a drink? Like I said I was gonna take you to dinner. So he was just like, yeah, it just depends. Like if you got it, man.
No, I don't know. That doesn't apply to everybody because some dudes that got it, they still be acting they be having that cheap mentality. It's weird.
See, that's stingy.
That is very stingy.
And one thing about me, I don't
so
like no
you're rich with your own
stingy
trend?
man.
I forgot how rude that word kind of is. Because I called a guy, even him and I are like just friends, but I told him, I was like, you're a little stingy. And he was just like, You really think so? I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
I actually really think so. Like, that's not a good trait.
Ew. And the moment I peep you're stingy, that's over. It's over. I'm sorry, no.
I don't think I've ever.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, y'all. So we gonna move to the Petty Chronicle.
Please.
This is kind of a long-winded one, so stay with me. So last weekend, I went out for actually Michelle's cousin's birthday, and we actually ended up going out with them, and then we ended up like, we're about to go home, and then one of my friends was like, hey, stop by and let's vibe. So me and Michelle are driving, and I already told Michelle.
You included me in the story.
Yeah, because, you're there. So I already told Michelle, like, hey, look, the moment the vibe is not there, like, we're leaving. Like, no hesitation. Y'all, so we get there. Mind you, like, y'all, I get really, like, not ampy, but I'm bratty. Like, it was very cold, and so the guy had already was like, oh, did you pay for parking? And I was like, what? He said, you pay for parking? I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, let me see your keys. I'm like, thank you. Like, what are you saying? So we already started off on the wrong foot. So we go upstairs. Mind you, y'all, I have already been to this friend's like house before. So this is not new territory. So I was like, hey, how are you doing? And mind you, guys, this friend just got engaged. So what do normal people do when people just get engaged? We congratulate them. So I was like, congratulations on your engagement. Y'all, this guy gonna go, what? What are you congratulating me for? Y'all, I went completely stale-faced because I was confused. So he already walks in the living room. I look at Michelle, I was like, Michelle's already looking like, what the fuck? I was like, Michelle, I think he called the engagement off. I'm just not gonna say anything about it. So we walk into the living room. He asked me if we wanted anything to drink. And so he brought me water. He didn't pour it in the cup. He just gave it to me. So I was like, he gave me the pitcher and a cup. I was like, all right, cool. So then he sits down and he proceeds to ask me, so what exactly were you congratulating me for? And y'all, I got quiet. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, here we go again. I was like, well, I follow your girlfriend and like she recently just got engaged. She's like, yeah, my fiance. And so I got quiet. I'm just like, okay, so then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So then why are you asking me? He was like, I mean, because you can be congratulating me on a promotion, on a new house, on a new car. And I said, well, I have to talk to you all the time to know those things to congratulate you on. So I don't understand what's going on. Y'all, he starts yelling at me, getting kind of irate. And so finally I was just like, you know what? At this point, like, it's getting a little bit too much. We're arguing. Like, you're yelling at me. Me and her are going to excuse ourselves. And so that's when he was like, I mean, you follow her on social media? I was like, yeah, I actually was in your house and me and her were we're having a conversation. We exchanged social media handles. You were there. So I don't understand what's the issue. So that's when Michelle asked him, do you have issues with people congratulating you? He was like, no, it's just like, what is she congratulating me for? So finally, y'all, I read him his rights and then we got up and left. Was I petty for that or should we have stayed and vibed?
Petty for what? I'm confused because why was he so confused at you saying congratulations?
That's the part I wanted to talk about with y'all.
So I'm confused. Like, if you know you just proposed to somebody, what else are people congratulating you for? And I really hate to take it there, but did he not post his engagement? Is that why he was shocked that you knew, and that's why he came at you that way?
When
because
I told
I'm
him,
a little confused as to why.
When I told him I saw it on social media, he squinted his eyes at me in anger and was like,
and he was like, "How do you know?" And he was like, girlfriend. He was like, "You follow
her on social media." I was just like.
My thing is, if you're gonna propose to somebody and you're mad that the world sees it in case of somebody posted, then you don't need to be proposing, because to me that gives very secretive vibes. Like, why? That's really weird. You took the initiative to sit here and propose to somebody who you plan to spend the rest of your life with, and you're mad people are congratulating you. That's weirdo behavior. I don't care who these people are. That's weirdo behavior.
He was so angry. His foot was shaking. Like he was angry. Like it was to the point where I'm like, okay, no, we gotta go, because like I don't know what he's about to do next. Like he's acting like he's about to act on that anger.
Maybe
like,
he was drunk and like just
no
like,
way. There's no way.
He wasn't drunk. I think he was really mad that
it's public.
It's public.
Yeah,
which is I don't know what to make of that, but it wasn't giving.
Yeah. It wasn't giving proud moment.
Yeah, it was giving. How do you? It's like he almost wanted to ask, "How do you know?" But
literally, he wanted to.
But then you told him.
And then y'all get this. So the guy that had invited us over, he's someone that's been trying to talk to me. Y'all, he didn't utter a word, and this guy was yelling at me. Yelling at the top of his lungs. This guy was just sitting there like a run boy, like the go boy.
That must be his old guy.
I'm like, so I looked at him like, chime in. He didn't say not a damn thing. Okay, yeah, we should go. I'm like, we should go. So that's what you're gonna say, y'all. That happened literally like I want to say 10 days ago. I haven't heard from him still. mentally checked out. But like, it's like, bro, really? Like,
yeah, I don't think you're petty because it's like, I mean, why are you being weird?
Would I be petty to follow up and like with a charge up?
Yeah,
I think it's too late.
Let it
It's
go
too late.
now.
Okay, I was letting it cook. I
If
want
the charge up was going to happen, it should happen the day
I
of.
want to get my word. No, because like I was very like, the way I handled the situation, I was very happy because like I wasn't angry. I did not match his I didn't match his anger. I didn't match his action. I literally was like professional about it. I'm like, we're gonna leave. Like,
No,
bye.
your friend, the guy that originally invited you there, I think the charge up for him should have been like that day or the day
I just
after.
wanted to keep the same
whenever
energy.
he didn't follow up with you and like make sure you were good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
After that, when I didn't hear from him, I was just like, oh no, he's gone. 'Cause I'm just like, what is this? But
I'm not gonna lie though, not to defend him at all because he was not wrong. Yeah, he was not right. But have y'all ever like you something big happens and like people just find out and it's like, how the fuck do you know? Because I didn't publicize this information. So it's like you just know somebody's talking somewhere. Not something to that magnitude, but just like something happened. It's just like, how the hell do you know that? Like,
Yeah. Someone, I do agree. I've
Not an
had
engagement.
someone.
No, that's what I
an
said.
engagement.
No,
I
exactly. Like
I
that.
literally just said not
Okay.
engagement. I literally
Anything
just
else?
said that.
But
Yeah.
an engagement? No.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. So there has been a time where someone had said something about, and this is during the process of me buying my house, or like I had just bought it, it's still being built, and someone had said something about it to me, and I was just like,
Yeah.
huh?
That's what happened when I was
Like,
moving. Somebody
I
said the
didn't
same
talk
thing,
to
and
you
I was
about
just like,
this.
"How the hell do you know? Like, and why do you know? Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of strange." But okay,
See, I
I
feel that
accept
because I
it.
feel like that's more just like
no. Again,
A private
not
thing.
engagement.
But I feel like things that require like, because I'm not gonna lie, it may be somebody who they could be like, oh yeah, this is my friend, like she just had a baby. I'm gonna feel inclined to be like, oh, congratulations on the baby, or congratulations on this. I'm very much a congratulations person, even if I don't know you that well. It's some people who like I just meet. I'm just like, oh, congratulations on the graduation. Like I might have see somebody post you. I don't know you that well,
and that's
but
fine if it's public.
Congratulations is.
But if
That's what I'm
it's-
saying.
If
but
it's not, we're saying if it's not. I said if it's
that's
not.
what I'm saying.
But
In y'all's situation, it makes sense. But for this, I don't even feel like that's the same thing.
But
for them.
that does give that it wasn't public,
She
But it was, she posted it.
and maybe she wasn't supposed to.
No, she,
crazy.
but y'all, but no,
Saying
she
she can't
posted.
post
I
her own
can't post
engagement
my
No,
own
is
she
crazy.
posted it with him in it. Like it was like a whole moment.
Yeah,
No,
saying
he's
she
just a fucking dickwad. Like I'm sorry. Like he's a
Haven't heard that
fucking
in a while.
jerk. He's a jerk ass. I'm sorry. No. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I was so
Jerk ass
disgusted
is
for
crazy.
her. 'Cause I was just like, instead of you just accepting someone saying congratulations to you, turn it into like a negative moment, bro.
Yeah, but this is my question.
like what?
who is forcing y'all to marry?
Nobody.
I really want to know who.
Nobody.
Because like lately, it's giving like
Y'all be so ashamed.
I don't even want to say. 'cause
It's been so
like,
far I've seen a
giving-
man hide his
Literally,
wedding in his
it feels
pants.
like Jesus is coming to rap about a single
Yeah.
people. Like he's gonna kick all y'all, be like, go to war because y'all are not in a relationship.
No,
Like,
because it's like it's
a lot-
almost as if somebody forced y'all. Because the way if someone mentions your wife or your marriage, the way y'all's face just starts
scrunches
twisting
up. It's like a reminder. It's like, ugh. Like, gosh, like, if you don't want to be married, you know you don't have to. Like, take the ring back and return it, bro. And
Whole
go
time
back
their
to the
wife
streets.
is beautiful. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
y'all?
Like, I couldn't believe how it act. Like, if y'all saw the ink, I wish I had my phone out recording. Like, y'all would have been so confused. Like, we were just like, all three of us in the room. Because his friend was just like, bro, what? Like, she just said, congratulations. Why did it take you out? Like, y'all, he turned like black.
I'm not gonna lie, like
That's honest.
I'm gonna need men to start holding their friends accountable because the fact that all y'all sat there in that room and then
Yeah.
someone needed to calm down or like, hey man, chill, she's just congratulating you and deaded it. The fact that they sat there and allowed
That
that
part.
conversation to continue to escalate,
That
like that's
part.
not a safe space for me, and I don't want to be around you or your friends
And
anymore.
you know, and I was like, you know, I don't be playing these games. And he thought it meant like, cause I was trying to get rough with him. I'm like, no, like, do you behaving this way towards me? I don't play those games. Like, I'm leaving. Like, you will never be sitting here yelling at a woman. And there's a man in the room. Oh, I gotta go. This is crazy.
That's weird.
I might slap you. Then what?
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our current events. And the one I'm going to start off with is going to be, I want to first say the information is very alleged. We cannot confirm nor deny. This is just things that are being circulated on the internet, but
And Petty Party Podcast don't start no rumors.
we don't start rumors.
But we
And-
report them.
We just spread.
I'm about to say that. Yeah.
But
Perpetuate
I feel like we got to talk about this. So, how many of y'all watch Baddies East?
You know, I caught up, you know, some episodes.
Okay. So I feel like there's just a lot that we could talk about, and y'all let me know. Like, y'all want to talk about the show? Y'all want to talk about the allegations behind the show?
We could dibble
Can we
and
just
dabble.
talk about how like
allegations.
like Natalie Nunn really be like is
She's
Scotty's pimp, madam.
Not even just Scotty. Honestly,
no, it's not alleged, y'all. It gives.
It is alleged, Paulette. So there's that. But yes, allegedly, we did. I'm sorry, Natalie's kind of giving Jocelyn vibes. I'm so sorry. It gives. I'm a madam, and you know what?
I mean, there was the reason why I say that is because there was an interview that Natalie and Scotty were on, which is so crazy because her name originally was Scotland, but let's not.
That's her name.
It's always been Scotty with the body.
Scotland is her full name. Scotty's a nickname.
I know, but she originally her stage name she came on as was Scotland, and it was after Natalie started calling her Scotty with the body. She decided to come on as Scotty with the body.
Okay, I'm about to say Baddie. I know with Baddie, she's always been, but it's cool. Keep going.
So that's there. But so Scotty had said that Natalie had met her in like Raleigh. She was just bartending. And this was before she had even got on like Baddies. And Natalie was just like, hey, I want you to come to Dubai with me. And she didn't even have her passport at the time. So Natalie helped her get a passport to come to Dubai. And then everyone on the interview was like, well, specifically there was this guy on the interview and he was just like, ooh, like, Natalie, what you saying? And she was like, no. Like, I don't know if you know, I have Natalie Nunn Cosmetics and I like sell lashes.
Oh, I remember that.
And I sell lip gloss. And I make $1 million a year just off of that. So yeah, I told her to come to Dubai to
Natalie is delusional
as fuck, bro.
To post my eyelashes, you know. So I paid her $1,000. I paid her way there, and I paid, I paid $15,000 for her trip, and I paid her $1,000 to make like 3 posts or whatever about my lashes. And everyone in the room was just looking at her like,
"What was this?
This was like,
what? Yeah, go see this.
Yeah,
right.
It was actually crazy.
I remember this. I remember Natalie Nunn having eyelashes.
Remember she had a whole eyelash thing and like even like I think makeup brushes.
So then she was like, yeah, and fast forward now, look at Scotty. She's on the show. And the guy was like, Natalie, you're not making this any better. Like, okay, so now you're telling me that's how she got on the show? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, why would she go to Dubai for lashes? And now it's like, no, like I do boat parties and yacht parties in Miami and this and that. And so people are putting a lot of like people from the auditions with Natalie like on trips in Dubai and all these places.
They were just in Dubai. Natalie Nunn, Jayla, Janisha, Lemio Plummer, the CEO of Zeus, 1/4. I don't know. I really can't speak too much on Natalie and Nunn and Scotty's alleged relationship, but something about that's not right because I just feel like the amount of rumors that's coming out about Zeus and the production company and the CEOs sleeping with the people who are actually on the show. Like at some point, like there's no sort of like PR cleanup that they think should happen after this. Like at all. Because imagine if this was Bravo.
Every episode that comes out just makes it worse and
like,
worse.
No,
and
only
worse.
thing is too. The only reason why I kind of like believe these allegations because like when Stunna was talking, not even was it Stunna? No, it was like some YouTuber. He went back to the previous season and like he explained certain fights. I'm not gonna lie. There were like, for example, the Razor versus Scotty fight. I was so confused as to why they were fighting. Yeah. And then when he actually added content, I'm like,
but Stunna has said it.
Stunna said they're fighting over Lemmy.
Yeah, so Stunna said it in an interview. She was like, do y'all ever think about some of these fights and like where they just like randomly come from? Scotty and Razor, Scotty and Anna. Like
Razor and Stunna,
Razor and Stunna, like where these it's all over Lenny. And the thing is,
a married man,
and allegedly,
he said he was.
He's married. No, I'm saying allegedly. I know he's married to. He's married to Janicia,
the host.
Yeah, the host.
And that makes sense why she has that job. Oh, sorry,
but yeah, so like it's a lot of just I don't know. It's very very messy, and I mean if we take it back, Christina had brought this up a couple years ago, and she had said that
OG Betty,
yes,
from Bad Girls Club. Wow,
she had brought it up saying that she had allegedly suffered abuse, and she ended up pregnant and behind him, and now she's
for him.
Yes,
for
now she's
Lemon Pepper.
Yes, Lemon Pepper. So now she's quiet, but people are alleging that Zeus paid her a very hefty amount to stay quiet.
She probably signed an NDA.
So she did an interview with Rocky.
And there's like rumors going around that
his interview
he gave Anna chlamydia, and that's what they was fighting over.
Yes,
it's just Zeus is just a very unserious network.
It's really unserious.
It's just an unserious network because I just do not understand how a CEO can be fucking on the whole cast.
No, literally. I mean, but
then his wife
allegedly,
but then his wife sit up there and host the reunions. Janicia needs to get away. Like,
but
while
honestly,
she can.
though, it all makes sense. It kind of ties back to what we talked about last episode. Like, this is the industry. You have to like fuck to glow up. It's weird, especially in that type of environment.
But what I want to say is weird is that let's not act like Anna Mac didn't celebrate her 21st or 22nd birthday on Baddies East. And you're telling me that she's been, because they brought up that Anna Mac showed up on Baddies South. She showed up on the show, like not as a cast member, but she showed up to the house because, which is
she never made an edit.
Which is even weirder because Lenny goes on all these trips.
Lenny be on everything. Even when they were in Jamaica, I'm like, why is, first of all, the blurs, y'all got to work on that because I can see everybody.
Yeah.
And we saw him breaking up the phone. I'm like, why is he on the trip? Isn't this Natalie's show?
He not even.
So, like, you're not that important, bro. Like,
so they're saying that Anna has showed up to the house for Baddies South to
do what?
To sleep with Lemon Pepper.
I'm so
at the house, so he's staying in the house with them. Y'all, this is not real life. They did not do this on Oxygen.
And Anna Mac literally just celebrated her 22nd birthday on that show.
Why is she on that show?
I can't wait till he go to jail. I can't wait for that documentary. I hope they put
That's what people were saying. It's like
Natalie
out of all the
him.
times to like fuck around and find out, like this is the time. Like everyone is being exposed. Like if Diddy can be taken down, you don't think Lemon Pepper can't be taken down? Come on now. You
anyone else associated with him, Natalie needs to start distancing herself because I'm not gonna lie,
Natalie is very much so in on this.
Before we move on,
she's too intertwined. She can't distance.
Can we talk about that? This last episode that just aired on Baddies East, y'all. Sapphire
Paulette
is a fake friend.
Paulette, her name is Safari. Sapphire.
Oh.
Her name's Sapphire.
See, I shouldn't even be here. So like,
her name's Sapphire. Why you call her Sapphire?
I mean, but you said Safari, bro.
No,
but like, what?
I got confused.
What I'm saying, and I was confused as well. So Sapphire, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Please, thank you. Like, you know what? No,
Sapphire.
Okay, so like
the
did y'all agree with her stance with the whole Sukiana fight, or did y'all were y'all on Sukiana's side?
No one can agree with Sapphire.
I was on Suki's side.
I don't think anyone can agree with Sapphire. Sapphire is technically she's only on that show because of Suki's
Let's
likeness.
be so serious.
Yeah.
Let's be.
No one knew who Sapphire was. Like people just knew her as Suki's friend, but really she had no like clout behind her name. Maybe in Miami, but not worldwide. So it's like, or even nationwide.
And the thing is, everyone was even asking why Suki was on the show in the first place. Suki got on the show to give Sapphire an opportunity to get on the show because it was like a +1 type of deal. Like, I'm going to get on and put you on. They get in the house and Sapphire is making all these friendships or whatever. And Suki, of course, is not interested because no shade, but she's the biggest star there. And then as soon as the opportunity to back up Suki, the girl who gave you the opportunity in the first place, comes, Suki gets hit by Rolly, turns around and E.T. is throwing water her head, throwing coke on her wig, and Sapphire does nothing.
And then she even asked Sapphire to like get her, and like she didn't do anything.
She didn't do anything. And
that was the part that was like confusing.
I feel like, and honestly, like, you know, the
part that was confusing was the afterplay in the Sprinter. Was when they're talking shit about your best friend and you just sitting there.
Yes, they pulled up her whole coochie on the phone.
On the blurred camera that you could see everything.
She was in the car. I don't think she was in the car at that point.
She was in the car.
I mean, the way the thing is, the way that they were editing it, you're right. I think that like, because at first they have shown her in the Sprinter, and then the part where they showed like they were showing Suki's OnlyFans. I don't know if she was in there.
She wasn't. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'll say. Like, I just feel like, again, like the whole violence thing. Obviously, like we can take that stance, especially when it comes to like the baddies. Like the show is honestly turned into something that like
it's Fight Club.
I don't think it was intended to be. Maybe it was, but like I don't know. But with that situation, I feel like if there was one fight that was supposed to make sense out of all seasons, it would have been that fight. And I just don't understand. Like you said, like your best friend gave you this platform, and you see her getting low key dragged, like not dragged, but like you see her like people putting their hands on her. The throwing the water part, and you just let that slide. To me was just like damn. Like, and then when they want to talk about it, and Suki was just like, bro, like. These girls fight each other for each other, and and they don't know each other.
When she said,
you know me, you're my best friend, and you're not going to slide for me.
She said, how these girls convince you not to slide for me, and they slide for each
other. And when she said that, I was just like, you look terrible, my girl.
You look dumb. And the craziest part was,
that's your friend.
The reason why Suki and Rolly was fighting in the first place, because Suki was talking to a girl named E.T. They initially got into it. Rolly stood up to defend E.T. That's why Rolly,
which I don't know.
And
I think the only reason why Rolly stood up to defend E.T. because she knew E.T. was about to get rocked by Suki. Let's be honest.
Suki was more than ready to put them paws on her.
out.
But and honestly,
and Rolly didn't want her to go out
I felt Suki
like
for
that.
calling them girls out because why are y'all sitting here pouring water on people that have like
was so
that
odd.
don't want to fight you?
That was
They're trying
so
to fight
odd.
people that don't want to fight you, and that's why I don't rock with Sapphire. So what's her name? Sapphire. Because you were like, oh, I was trying to defuse the situation. I didn't want to fight. But just a couple episodes ago, when that girl didn't want to fight you,
episode 11,
when the girl didn't want to fight you were fighting her, and you didn't have to do that.
And like Sapphire
she said,
with her chest.
the only reason she was like, I'm not going to take Suki's side because she's defending a girl I don't fuck with. The girl that just went home, that's not here.
No, fine.
Like what?
That's why I'm like, it's crazy. Suki really became the fan favorite because Suki was defending somebody from getting. But I'm like, do y'all not watch Bad Girls Club? This is a tale as old as time. As soon as somebody stands up to the bullies, they are going to become the automatic fan favorite. Why would you not side with her?
Like,
You're not coming back to. She's not coming back to next season anyway.
You're not coming back anywhere, bro. Your reality check is gone.
Let's wait because Suki had already kind of given us a tidbit about the reunion, but apparently Sapphire came out really swinging. So
okay,
and she stood her ground.
That was her only redemption. That was her only redemption at this point. She had to get it back in blood.
And she can get redeemed. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Let that be a lesson for y'all. Friends like that you don't need by your side. Because I feel like that's the type of friend who deep inside of you, they have some kind of secret animosity for you because there is no way where she really rocks with you to the point of y'all call each other sisters where she can see that happening and she's still trying to what is she holding you back for? At least let me go. At least let me go.
Yeah, because
I was trying to diffuse the fight for what? They poured water on her. Like, why are you diffusing it?
Ask questions later. Swing first. Like, what are you doing? Like,
at least talk shit to them. At least my thing
she
is
was
the way
so quiet.
She was quiet.
The way these shows work, even if you fight them, y'all gonna make up the next day anyway. Literally. So that friendship is nothing that you should really just be trying to preserve that heavy that you're willing to let your friend get tag teamed by two people. Like
your sister.
And the crazy part is, it's like, I know if Bobby wasn't a man, he would have jumped in even for
when Bobby called her fake, he's like, you fake as well. I'm like, no, Bobby, someone needs to say it. Like, say it.
And then she's like, how am I fake?
I'm like,
how am I fake?
For real?
And he gave her the rollout of
he's like, I just watched it. I just watched it happen. I'm like,
no. But yeah, no, honestly, like the whole Baddies thing, everything has been alleged. I don't know. It's a sick shit. I hope that ship low-key sinks because it's like, it just became too much. Like, at first, Natalie was just, everybody was like, well, you know what? Boss up, Natalie. We feel you. Everybody was on her side, and I was just like, Natalie, it's
but we can't even be on, no one's on Natalie's side.
I said was, and when she first started, like, coming back and doing
that away from all those other girls too. Like,
I don't know, but again,
let's not act like she did not do a relaunch with the OG Baddies.
She
with
tried.
Bad Girls Club.
Yeah.
And then instead of her, like, I guess I don't know what happened with that. That's how Christina even came into the play, like, because Christina was over here trying to like get the show for them. And that's how she even started sleeping with him.
Went wrong is like that pilot season. She tried to rehash a lot of things on camera, where it was just like, dang, like y'all should have did this off camera, and then came back and like started a new Bad Girls Club. Because now I feel like Baddies, East, South, West, whatever.
Now Caribbean.
It's just like a platform to showcase amateur fighters. That's it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
it's ridiculous.
No, because like y'all, for real, like all these girls be having so much rage and just fight each other. Why?
It's not even like, it's not cute. It's just
y'all don't be uplifting each other. Y'all don't even after a fight. Y'all don't sit down and be like, okay, let's talk it out. And like last but not least, like Natalie Nunn, like honestly, as you being EP, I just really expect better from you. Like, you're supposed to be Shawnee O'Neal on this show, but you be way too involved. And then for you to tell girls like you need to fight it out, like, girl, what? You should be the one that's trying to de-escalate the situations. But you know what? That's your show. Let me your partner. You know.
Okay. So I have a question.
It is what it is.
I have a question because it's so crazy how like, because have y'all been seeing lately on TikTok where people will like tell like a random story time and they go like super viral or whatever, and then you just end up like so like invested in their lives. So there was someone who actually did that. I think we talked about it on this podcast, and she had this man who she called like,
random man from Atlanta.
And she had everybody like going. And when I say the Lord got so deep, like literally like found out like he had another girl like pregnant at the same time, and he was like going back and forth between both of them. And then like baby mamas is popping up. All this other stuff, everybody was dragging him. The girl got so many brand deals, all the other stuff. Like I always see her like sponsorships, all this other stuff. She's taking care by herself. She even said like she had a car. He was taking her car to go see other bitches while he wasn't giving her no money. Like, it was crazy. She went back to him.
No, I don't know. She instantly went back to him.
Are you for
she
real?
Said, no. She said that he started seeing the child and like taking them out to stuff.
Okay,
He saw the child one time and she want to call it co-parenting. Girl, he see that what you got going on and he trying to slither back and your little small-minded self just fell
like,
for it.
This actually feels kind of nice. And then people in the comments were like telling her, hey girl, be careful. And she was going off on everybody.
Wait.
Going off everybody in the comments. And it was just so interesting to me because I'm like, dang, it's so crazy. Like you built this platform off of like all these followers and had those people invested in your life. And now it's like, they're not allowed to have an opinion. Like these opinions is what. But not some people are entitled to like.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just interesting.
It's kind of one of those situations like we were rooting for you and you did that. But her
They're still following her
back to him though. I'm not gonna lie. Like
she didn't go
when
back
they had that
Go back to him.
allegedly, y'all.
Whatever.
Go back to
but
him.
I still feel like even when that time when like he came out and was posting text messages between them, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not shocked by this because I don't think he fabricated those texts when she was like, you know, we can get in this together, we can both blow up. And once I saw those messages come from him on TikTok, like that was a while ago, but like that's when it came out. All his baby mama's pictures were getting posted and stuff like that. I believe Morgan was texting him saying, let's get famous together. She wants that man. That rant came from, I still want to fuck with you. Let's not get it twisted. Her very first rant that blew up that random man in Atlanta was definitely giving, I want my nigga back, but he doesn't want me. Sorry. Go watch it.
But it was a one night stand that she got pregnant off of.
No,
like
they were
dating
They were in a
together in
relationship. They were
Atlanta,
living
living
When I watched that,
together.
someone said that basically it
No,
was like
they
a
were
one
living
night
together.
Oh my gosh.
And left her postpartum, and you gonna go back to him? That's crazy.
Yeah, leaving
But guys, okay, so
leaving somebody postpartum is
wild, but people do it. But like I do think we do need to give her a little grace because a lot of y'all be doing that with no brand deals. Like, come on, like it's okay. Like she's just a regular person. At the end of the day, she does look dumb, but at the same time, it's like we gotta give her grace too. Like, damn, y'all ain't take nobody back.
She's young. She's real young.
She's not like a 40-year-old woman.
But
like she is a young girl.
I just feel like
the story. Maybe she gave too many details where I just feel like when that
I
much
feel like
happened,
that she didn't give us enough information on this.
I
Like,
think
she definitely
situation.
I just feel like if you're gonna do that, then don't be clapping back in the comments. Stand 10 toes down on your decision.
Then you
Post
don't have
you
to
and that
respond.
random man in Atlanta and live your life. But the fact that you're arguing with people now, people have think pieces for you because you're just kind of proving
they've
their
been
point.
going in. They've been going in.
But I haven't seen her in a while. I've seen like a couple of you know how the ads works.
She's been going through it.
Things, but
she
I
got
don't
fired
see her
from
no
her
more.
job.
I haven't seen
Her
at all.
car got stolen from her apartment out the parking lot. She's carless. Yeah, I don't know. She needs to let him go.
I don't know
like,
why she left her parents' house too soon. People
Yeah.
get a little fame on
No,
TikTok
like,
and just
wait,
take
her
off.
job fired her, said that she wasn't performing well and stuff like that. So they fired her. I really feel like they saw her TikTok journey blowing up. They're like, we don't need you.
and she got her car stolen.
And her car got stolen out the parking lot of her apartment. Literally.
You sure he ain't steal it?
I don't, girl.
Sounds
You
like
sure
an
ain't get
insurance
repo?
scam.
I don't know. It seems a
somebody
little
stole
convenient.
something.
Okay, did y'all see that tweet that Meek Mill did?
Oh,
You know what? I'm tired of actually this. I feel like we're just too far into this life that we're living for people to still have this narrative of Nigeria. Because lately, a lot of things I'm seeing just doesn't make any sense. First, this lady come out and says the reason why Africans are so healthy is because we go out and we hunt our food every morning. And it's just like,
stupid.
hunt? Lady, it's 2024. There are supermarkets on every street. And then Meek Mill,
restaurants. to dine at.
Meek Mill comes out and he tweets and says, I want to know how people in Africa are listening to my music.
The same way
said
people
what
stream
platform?
stuff in
What
Australia.
platform?
in London.
He doubled back with that one.
no, he did not. No,
No,
in
it was
the
the
original
original tweet,
tweet,
he said what
in the original
platform?
tweet, he said, "What platform are y'all using?" And so that's the reason why I'm
What
kind of like,
question is that?
because
What kind of question is that?
because in his explanation, it makes sense. He's saying like in
What?
his deals, he doesn't have anything about like Africa being able to stream his music. So he's wondering,
Okay.
trying to catch his coins. So he's wondering what platforms do they use.
he was trying to save himself.
You
He
know
was
they
trying to
get
save
Apple
himself.
Music.
Oh no.
They have Spotify. There's
what-
YouTube.
I don't believe the
They're
deal
not
thing
limited
because
to Apple apps.
They are limited
Are
on
they?
apps.
To
You can't use-
Spotify?
I mean, you can't. I mean, maybe not those type of apps, but you can't use like Cash App in Nigeria. You can't
Of
use
course,
Cash
but
App in
I'm-
Africa.
I'm just saying,
you can't
like,
use Zelle. You can't
I
use
don't
a lot
think
of different
Twitter's
things.
available
So it's
either,
like,
but like streaming platforms
So,
for music.
with that being-
they have African artists.
But I'm saying,
out of
so with
there.
that being said, like if there are certain apps that you can't use while you're in Africa, why would he not have a question of what streaming platform do you use?
I
the
think
same
to be
platforms they stream DeVito and Burner Boy on.
I think to be a musician
Yeah.
and to be asking a continent, what platforms did they listen to music on? I think that is a very ignorant question. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a very ignorant question.
And to be public about it, you need
That's
to
like
ask
me
a friend.
asking, Europe, what cards do you use to pay for food? How do y'all pay for food out there? It's just so ignorant. I think it's just so ignorant.
I don't know if it's a thing where it's ignorant or if he's just uninformed.
That is what
Meek Mill is very ignorant.
Meek Mill always posts dumb shit like that. And I feel like I didn't see the tweets, but for him to say whatever you said about he was looking at his deals, why are you asking us? Why aren't you asking the people
fucking music labels?
And then if your label comes back to you and says something that contradicts what you believe to be true, then you take it to Twitter and you say, hey, they're saying that y'all can't stream my music on these apps. Is that true? Yes or no? But to just say, how do y'all listen to music is a little crazy.
Because I'm
in 2024.
Because they're not allowed to play my music in Africa is what you're kind of hinting at. You don't have deals for Spotify to play that. It's not even making sense. It's when he says that, it does not.
I feel like if you're on Spotify and a country has Spotify, your music is going to be played. They don't specify artists can only be played in certain countries. Like I just don't.
And I think you can look at the analytics to see where everything's being played. You know what? Meek Mill dropped the ball there.
I just don't. I mean, maybe I do agree. Like, could have gone a little bit differently, but I just don't know if it's one of those things where he's trying to like call Africa like archaic or called. Like,
I think we're letting celebrities make it a little bit too much.
I think it's just ignorant.
That was kind of dumb.
I think we're just too far for you to hop on Twitter and ask a continent a question.
Crazy.
It's
like,
like, you know how big?
I'm a Meek Mill fan, but I'm not a fan of that.
You know how big Africa is?
It is tender to like, especially when you're supposed to referring to a specific group of people, and to ask Africa, it's kind of just like even referring to Nigeria as Africa is just like. Nah, you don't do stuff like. Not saying that he was, but just like it's just you don't generalize Nigerians like that. Like like you just don't do that. You just don't do it.
Like, you know, maybe he. I don't even know what he meant. I can't even say he meant well. I don't even know what he meant. I just think he needs to stop.
Yeah,
he has too many of these mishaps.
It was just ignorant. He should just delete the tweet and apologize and move on.
Like, hey guys, you know what? I didn't mean what I said. I'm sorry. Move on. We wouldn't be having a think piece on it right now.
So I don't know if y'all have heard about Rick Ross's new girlfriend.
Yes.
And she is making herself very known. Like she's sitting down for interviews, which is a bit much because I feel like I can understand if you have like a brand or a business to promote, but promoting like being the girlfriend to Rick Ross is very, bold, seeing as how he has a new girlfriend every year. So it's like, wow. And so a lot of people are like kind of telling her like, sis, like keep it quiet. And on top of that, because she's done so many interviews and mentioning so many people, it's actually bringing fallback on Rick Ross because she reposted Rick Ross's baby mama's child to her page. And even she came out and was like, do not post my baby. She talked about Rick Ross's first baby mama, and even the first baby mama came out and pretty much aired out Rick Ross and was like, tell your girlfriend to shut up or I'm going to keep talking about how you talk about all these people. She dropped all these names. And then she mentioned Pretty V, which she shouldn't have and had Pretty V come out and talk. So she's mentioning all these people and everyone's like, sis, like if you're truly happy in this relationship, shut the fuck up. Right?
Really?
Allegedly, they're saying Rick Ross and her have broken up.
Probably because she did too much.
And that's what everyone's saying. It was like,
you did too much and you're with Rick Ross, girl.
They was like, now you're becoming bad for business.
Yeah,
like,
you're a liability.
It's like you become bad for business.
They're just giving too excited to be here. Like, girl, I like you being here before.
Thank you. And it's like you haven't, so you gotta go.
Exactly.
No face, no case. Like you can still be happy. You can still show things without voicing who it's with.
And baby, you are dealing with a celebrity. Like there's a way. Have some couth, girl. Like read the room. You don't do that. Like this ain't Shade Room.
I don't know, but Rick Ross was gallivanting with her and Pretty V. Yeah, it's kind of just giving. I don't know if Pretty V's around anymore, but it's kind of just giving like, why are you even speaking out? Like the same way he was fucking with the both of y'all at the same time, he could be fucking with you and somebody else. So for you to come out and make it seem like you're just his number one down, like you know how this man moves.
Maybe that's why she felt like she needed to do it. Maybe she felt like she needed to prove.
That's why he had to let her go.
Maybe she felt like she needed to prove what her spot was. Like let people know. People are probably coming at her like, he's still messing around with Pretty V, and she's just like, no, like I'm his main chick. Like let me show y'all that I'm.
And you know what's crazy? She actually did an interview where she said that, and they asked him.
She said, "This ain't that." She said
she was like, I didn't see her with no pictures with him. I didn't see her on a jet. I didn't see her going shopping with him. I ain't see no pictures of that. I'm like, girl.
You sound dumb.
Because I sure did.
You sound dumb.
I saw them when they was on the BET red carpet, keying it up together. So I'm just like, how you
sound so dumb. Girls think just because they don't see it, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I think that like we all know that Rick Ross is a serial dater. Like he just is what he is. Like I've seen him he was with I don't know if she was like from Zambia or Zimbabwe. He was like this with this one.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, right before Pretty V. So it's like the fact that we can even tie him to all these women should be even more the reason why you shouldn't be tying
Just
yourself
enjoy
to
your
him.
time.
Even that girl he was with for so long, and she had like 3 kids with him, and then when he left her, he tried to pay 0 child support. I was like, that was shocking. I was like, Red Cross, you are a monster.
She should have been moving like Brittany, Nick Cannon's baby mama, because she claimed that man.
Who's Brittany?
Nick Cannon's baby mama.
Sunset.
She acts like that's her man, but at least she don't be arguing with people. She don't do too much talking.
She does.
She be going back and
She's
forth.
going back and forth with all those girls.
Not
like
really.
Brittany who?
Brittany's the worst example.
Brittany?
I don't
She-
think
she
I'm
be-
a Sunset.
She'd be the first one who's trying to post
be
Christmas
having family
photos.
pictures and something like that's not.
But I
no
feel
man.
He got them with all of them.
The thing is, I feel like we see him post all of them, but I feel like she only claps back when people ask her what is their relationship status. But she's okay with the fact that he's everywhere.
But my thing, Jori,
She's
like,
not okay
I'll be
with
real
it.
with you, like because
She acts
She's
unbothered.
not
people
okay.
gotta do. Does she act unbothered? Because if you're snapping back at people for asking real ass questions, you're very.
She was
bothered.
about to fight on Sailing Sunset.
Thank
Like
you.
let's die.
Because Chelsea was being a little extra. And
Chelsea being
anybody
extra?
recruiting a hater to come against me, actually, yeah, that's weird behavior. Hate me on your own. Don't recruit nobody. In this day and age,
You mad because she found your replacement.
I'm not
You ain't
gonna
selling
lie.
houses.
I'm not gonna lie.
You
That's
ain't selling
not
houses. You gotta go.
Hate me on your own. Don't go recruit nobody.
It's too on that show.
Like,
Brittany was never selling houses. So
I
they
mean,
found
we
your
know.
replacement. You're mad because she found your replacement on air.
That
She
girl
found
has
your
also
replacement.
never sold a house.
How do we know
herself.
that?
They said it on the show.
Girl.
She
worked a
married
whole
rich.
different-
She
I
was.
need to watch
She
some.
married
No, you
rich.
need to. Brittany showed her stupid ass. Oh,
Her
Nah,
name
yeah.
Brittany. I thought it was like Bree or something.
it's Bree.
Wow, I've been
Oh
saying
my
Brittany this
God,
whole
like, it's Brittany. Like
It is Bree.
That's what actually I was like, who's Brittany?
Even when I said it, I'm like, damn, this name is not really flowing correctly.
Nah, it's like Brittany who.
Y'all excited try to have your bad girl, not even know your name. Anyways.
But nah, like I'm sorry.
But she the main.
Girl, ladies, like just be quiet, be silent, enjoy yourself, and just like enjoy the ride. And when it ends, get out the car. Like don't be all loud with it.
Act like you
Don't
be
slam the
here.
door. You know,
Thank you. Close it quietly so you can have another car come up. Like damn.
And niggas be doing the same thing too. You know, a nigga never act like he ain't never had no bad bitch before.
YG, cough, YG.
Bro.
Oh.
Have you ever
YG,
been
I'm like, YG ain't start posting Saweetie and actually it's a
They broke up.
Shut up.
They went their separate ways.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and switch into the topic, which kind of ties into like talking too fucking much, or when should you talk, when shouldn't you talk? So I guess I want to ask, what influenced you guys, I guess, to or to not share or post your wins or life changes, like with social media or like the people around you,
Girl,
or does
being
anything influence you at all?
Being African, I grew up like that. We keep everything inside.
Everything.
Yeah.
You don't tell people nothing until it's even complete. And
And
even if
even
it's complete, you don't
then.
say shit. Let them find on their own.
Then.
So it's honestly from birth.
Type
Yeah.
shit.
It's embedded in me, man, to be silent.
I think yes. Like I think it. You know what the crazy part is like I think it's important to keep things to yourself, especially like in due time and like know like time and place. But I think it's also important like to celebrate yourself. Like
Definitely.
I think there has to be like a fine balance between you celebrating your wins and you like also coming off like you're bragging about your wins, you know? Like but there's nothing wrong with celebrating yourself every now and then. Like it's important to be proud of yourself.
But I think you can celebrate your wins without
Posting them.
posting it. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't think it's a bad thing to post. Me personally, I've just never been that type of person. Like I think it kind of takes away from it. Like I like to celebrate things privately and like to myself and get like actually like with people who know about it and people who genuinely fuck with me, who I know actually genuinely like want the best for me and are genuinely proud of me. I think when you post it, you invite like so many different opinions and different eyes and people who are not truly like rooting for you. It just gives people a reason to hate. It's like,
Yeah, and just like
why welcome bad
also
vibes?
the reason hating that people to start like preying on your downfall as
Honestly.
well. Like, cause sometimes just like I even get so nervous of like sometimes even posting yourself. Some people just be like, she looks so good, man. I hope you just don't know what people are wishing over you. You just don't know. And so
That's
me,
true.
like, I've always like that's just always been me. Like I don't like even for example, it's so crazy. Like I have friends like, Paulette, you need to like start celebrating, but it's like no, like. I'm internally happy for myself. I didn't do it for y'all. I did it for me. So if I'm happy, that's a celebration in itself. Like I don't, y'all celebrate me is great too, but for me, it's like I should be honestly the one celebrating it. I don't need to do it for people. You know, to me, that now it takes the meaning out of it because you didn't really do it for yourself.
So where do you feel like that line is drawn at whenever it comes to like bragging or like oversharing? Like when does it become that?
I feel like if you're like posting and like, you know, putting people down, to me, that's brag. Like, you brag in a sense because you think someone else can't do it. You know what I mean? But someone else did it before you too. You're just coming after somebody. But that's how I feel when you start bragging. You start putting people down.
I think it depends on the intent. I mean, to be honest, I feel like it's all bragging, if we're being completely honest. But I do think people are allowed to brag every now and then. Like, you're allowed to pop your shit. You can flex if you truly want to. I think everyone deserves that, especially in the area that we live in. Definitely. You kind of want to participate in it a little bit. But it definitely depends on intent. Because there are some people who I think are so like reliant on that type of
outside validation.
Outside validation that it feeds them. So it's like they need that. So watching it's kind of hard to watch because it comes off kind of braggadocious. But
I think that people are just bragging and calling it content. I'll be honest with you.
And
that's really what it is. Like, people are bragging and like being like, "Oh, I'm a content creator." Like, no.
I think even another aspect into that is, I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes y'all get on there lying. And it's kind of just like you are trying to show wins that aren't actually true. And so, and I get it. People don't need to post their wins. They don't need to be posting their losses. That's not what I'm trying to say. But like, you are actively getting online and choosing to lie about accomplishments that you have not received. And it's just like, why are we at this point in life where you feel the need to hop online and lie about something? Like, that's a little weird.
Or selling these classes and then turning around and teaching people about, how I made $100K in the first 20 days. Because, like, this is it's getting like weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like it's starting to become like a modern day scam.
It is.
Because we live in a social media era. So like, everybody has something to prove. Everybody is trying to keep up with the Joneses. Everybody's trying to like, there's someone's like comparing themselves to, and it's like a weird like hidden competition. So that's why you see the people lying about stuff they haven't achieved yet, or people scamming folks for like, how to make $1 million in 6 months. Y'all, come on now. And that title alone, that reads scam, because no one's doing that. Come on now. But like, so I just really feel like it's social media that's driving this, and it's actually really sad because it's like there are a lot of people really like going broke, going crazy, or losing it all behind just like watching people. And like sometimes people that lie, and it's crazy.
So like, okay, so we kind of well, we didn't really say. Are y'all posters, or y'all more like?
I don't think any of us are posters.
I don't. Wait, poster of anything?
No, like, because I was gonna make a statement. But
for me, like, I did post about my house, but that was more so a collaborative like thing to like, help, like, to bring attention to my realtor, like to help her out. Like, she wants to tap into my market and whatever the case may be. So that was probably the biggest thing that I have posted about. And even then, to this day, like, I still haven't posted my house. Like, y'all probably seen a couple things on Close Friends, but it's like, other than that, it's nothing.
Okay. So I guess I'll say, like, how do you balance, like, in saying like posting, or I know I said posting feels like bragging. How do you balance in trying to share things to people without coming off as bragging? Or do you make like a conscious effort, or are you just kind of just like, okay, I'm just gonna say this?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like when I share things with my friends, it never feels like bragging. Like, I feel like all my friends, family included, like, everybody's like genuinely happy for you, and they genuinely want to see you win. So I've never like had an accomplishment and ever like wanted to voice it to anybody and felt like, damn, like maybe I should tone it. No, I don't think I've ever felt that way.
But I definitely have. I definitely have, like, whenever it comes to maybe posting something online, absolutely. Like, I've almost been ready to like post a picture, like even just to my story. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just not even post this. Cause like, I don't have time for people to be like pocket watching me or like checking for what I'm doing. Or like, like next thing you know, you're the one who's being sent in a group chat. Like, I just didn't even want to give people that type of ammo. So there have been times where like I've definitely like just not posted.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, there's definitely been times where, well, not definitely, but there have been times where I made a conscious effort to like not share certain things. But I really just think it depends. Like, me, I'm a very empathetic person. So I think like there'll be certain situations where I'm sharing stuff and I'm conscious of like how it may make somebody feel, right? So like, I remember even having a conversation with somebody who has less than me, not because for any other reason, just circumstantial or whatever. And we're just having a conversation about something, and I realized in speaking to it, like halfway through, I realized like it was very insensitive. Because what I'm talking about, like they may have the opportunity maybe in the future to experience, but at this time period, like what I'm talking about may seem like so like flippant, but to them, the opportunity to do that, they can like that amount of money it would take for them to do that would be life changing for them in that moment. Right. So like in the middle of me talking, I realized how insensitive it was, and I like changed the whole gear of the conversation. You know what I mean? And I felt so bad afterwards, and I was really just like, dang, that's why I don't talk about stuff like that. And afterwards, I had to tell myself like, okay, you shouldn't feel bad or whatever. But it did feel like in the middle, I was like, did it come off like out of touch? You know, to be talking about doing this, and they're kind of looking at you like, oh, okay. But it's like they can't relate, you know?
And I think that sometimes it can come off like tone deaf. You know, like I think that's really what it is. It's like sometimes I just don't want to come off tone deaf.
Yeah.
But if that's your accomplishment and your intention was not to make that person feel bad, and that person is your friend and they know that you're never going to throw a brag into their face, I can understand feeling bad after the fact. But also at the same time, as your friend who knows you, I know that you aren't coming at me on some like I'm bragging about some shit. I feel like people have ups and they have downs. So if I'm up and my friend's down or vice versa, I'm always going to be happy for whoever's going around me. So I never take that type of stuff personal, because it's like here today, gone tomorrow. Not in that sense, you know what I mean? But it's just like, if you know the people around you, you know it's never come with like ill intention. But I do agree, like you can feel like, damn, after the fact, like, damn, I should have read the room a little bit better. But it's not intentional, so it's like.
But then at the same time, I do completely agree, and I think that it's even if you're down, you can still be happy for your friends. Definitely. But let's just say, what if that conversation now puts you like in like a depressive state afterwards? Like in that moment, you're happy for your friend, but then you're like later on, you know, like naturally people compare themselves, and you're like, dang, like. Right. My friend's here. She's doing this. She's, you know, doing so well. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like,
need to get on my Zoom.
Yeah.
I need to get on my Zoom.
You know, and honestly, like, it should motivate you. You know what I mean? Like, when you see people doing well, like, there's like a quote I saw where it's like, you know, I clap for others because that means that God is in the room. Honestly, like, your turn is coming. So, if you have to change your mindset. Honestly, your mindset is everything. That's like 100% of how you excel. And like, if you look at things like negatively, things are never going to shape up for you. But if you see things in a positive light, things are always going to turn out for you. It just may not be your time right now, but your time is definitely coming. And whoever you see achieving certain things, they could put you in a room where it'll change your life. So I don't know, it's just mindset. But I don't know, I just never think that talking about your accomplishment should come off braggadocious to your friends. Like y'all should discuss these things, so then, you know, keep everybody on point.
But I know there's certain friends I can come to about my wins and certain friends I can't.
Definitely. And you
like,
know,
really you can't. What would be your reasons? Like, why would you say can't? Is it because of the braggadocious, or you just feel like it's because they may not genuinely be happy for you?
They just start.
I think some people just may not genuinely be like happy. I don't know if it's even happiness. I don't know what but there's a lack of like
emotion
of genuineness in it. And I don't.
Your friends?
I mean, yeah, like there's certain people like, yeah.
There's certain people you can't like, tell stuff to.
Not like my like close knit friends, but there are certain people that I'm just like, you know what? Let me not actually like tell them this because I don't know what the reaction is going to be. So let me just.
Oh, you know what?
Because some people just out of nowhere just like start indirectly hating.
Yeah.
No, indirectly like being upset or having like a weird attitude. Like, you know, like just like if someone's like, oh, Paulette, I just got an A on my test. I'm like like genuinely, I'm happy. I'm like, damn, that is what's up. Cause like, I know how it is to be in school, study for stuff and get that grade. Y'all know, I failed chemistry twice. So I understand, you know, putting in work, getting A's. But like, there are some people you tell them that they're like, she thinks she a scholar now, huh? Like,
no, you think I'm a scholar, and that's why you're saying that. Like anytime somebody says you think you or something, no, you think that about me. So stand 10 toes down and thank you for feeling the way about me because I'm such and such that you're saying. Thank you, appreciate you.
Girl, it's so funny that you said that because like there are like some people in my life that will say stuff like that. I'm like, no, you think that, and since you think that, that's on you. It has nothing to do with me. Like. I don't think that. You said that. I always tell people when they say something, I'm like, no, you said that. I didn't say that. You said that. So remember that. Like,
no, okay. It's funny because, or it's earlier when you were, or somebody said like, if somebody, oh yeah, you said get on your Zoom. Like if you felt some kind of way, like get on your Zoom. And it's interesting because I was having a conversation with someone about this earlier about jealousy, right? And jealousy as an emotion and how jealousy is like a natural emotion for everyone to feel. And it's because it's the easiest emotion to feel, right? So like if you're talking to somebody and they have something that you don't have and you feel something, it's natural for you to just think, okay, it's jealousy, because jealousy is an easy emotion to feel because it lacks accountability. You don't have to take accountability for how you feel in that moment. You're just saying, oh, the reason I feel this way is because of them, because they have this and I don't. So it's their fault that I'm jealous. When in actuality, it's deeper. It's like probably fear. It's probably the fear that you may not be able to get there. It's probably insecurity that you have something that's lacking. Like, it's so many different things that you can actually use that energy and harness it and try to figure out something. So I feel like as a person, like, jealousy is not a bad thing, but it's only bad if you stay in that moment.
Definitely. I think that I agree. Like, jealousy is very natural, but I think that jealousy, like you said, like, it takes a turning point when how you act on that jealousy.
Right.
You know, like, or like your like how you treat that person. Like, I think that jealousy can be motivating, you know, like it can truly be like Jori said, it can put you on your Zoom. You're like, damn, like, my friends are really out here doing it. Like, they're doing so good. Let me now take that step to advance my career.
Right.
Or let me, you know, like, yeah.
Because I'll be honest, like, when you hear something for somebody, your friend, like, you're happy. But I'm not going to sit here and say, like, somebody told me something, I'm like, damn, that's where I want to be. But fuck, my friend is doing it. That's like an eye-opener to me, like, you gonna get there
possible.
too. Like, it's just not my time. So it's not like you can be happy for your friend, but think, damn, I'm not even where I want to be. Like, that's a natural emotion that has happened to me. And it's just like, it's okay. Like, you're going to get there as well. You can still be happy for your friend. I think it's how people choose to channel that emotion in that moment. Like, don't be mad at your friend. Like, that's motivation. That lets you know that if your friend can accomplish it, you're right there behind her. You can do the same thing. So it's like, I look at that as a motivator to me. Like, am I getting on my Zoom? Am I doing what I'm saying I want to do? Like, I'm upset kind of in this moment that I don't have said thing, but what am I doing to put myself in that position? It becomes more of an accountability thing to myself. Like, what do I need to get there as well? Like, I never take it and run with it on some like jealousy shit.
Yeah, which honestly, I feel like we should normalize, like, not normalize jealousy, but like, jealousy is actually very normal. It's a very normal emotion to have. Like, I feel like it has a negative connotation, you know, because it's normally associated with negative things, but like you said, it could be motivating. There's gonna be so many things that can turn out and like positively from jealousy. And I just think that if we actually just hold ourselves accountable, like Michelle said, and like, you know, take the time to be like, you know what, I am jealous, you know, and really admit it to yourself.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Like, I am jealous. No, because sometimes people be in denial. People be in denial. People be in denial. Let's talk about it. People,
I'm a hater.
Thank you.
Put your hand up like this.
And say, I am a hater. Like, that's what I'm saying.
I know y'all seen that meme when it's like me and my friend on the phone talking like, damn, we're low-key haters in this moment. It's like, whoa, let's get it together.
Yeah, like, low-key sounds haterish. But I'm saying, if people really started like taking accountability for that and just being like, damn, like, you know what, it's cool, and then like, you'll be okay with it. Like, just be like, okay, you know what, I was jealous, but it's okay. Like, jealous.
It's so crazy how y'all say haters, because like, I'll equate hateration and all that shit to monitoring spirits. Because to me, I feel like a monitoring spirit is low-key a hater. Like, someone that's watching every move, keeping up, making like content about other people's moves and what they got going on. I feel like that's a monitoring ass hater. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's rude. Because to me, I'm not gonna, that's actually something that's become very common in content creation. Like, I feel like a lot of people are creating content around hating. Like, y'all, let people do them. Like, at the end of the day, you may not agree with what they got going on, but that don't mean now it's now content.
Let them do them. I don't understand why things become a thing when like when you see people enjoying. Now it's like, oh, you want to go against the grain for what?
People be having TED Talks on subjects nobody talks about. Bro, come on, log out.
And I think it's just the audacity, like, to indirectly talk about people, and people can piece it together. And so it's kind of just like,
these people don't even know how to talk in like, you know, like parables and you know, in code. They're so direct.
But you know, the crazy part is, I think that like, whenever people are being a monitoring spirit, I think that that's actually what's holding your own life back.
Yeah.
Like, you're putting so much time and effort into watching someone else's life and their life play out that you're not allowing your life to play out the way it needs to play out.
Yeah.
Like, you're so bad. You're so worried about trying to mimic everybody else that you're not trying to be your authentic self.
Right. Or just like
projection.
Yeah. And just be talking out the side of your neck, acting like people don't know what the fuck you saying, who you talking to. But anyway, we'll move.
But you know, monitoring spirits, like, they come in so many different shapes and forms. Like, it's not even like people in social media. Like, have you ever had somebody like hit you up and ask you a question and they're like continuously checking up on something, and then halfway through you're just like,
Why are you asking?
Like, why are you asking? It's like, do you truly care, or like
just trying?
It's turning into like keeping tabs, and then it's like you be telling them, and it's like they're so dry with it, where it's just like,
why are you even asking?
You were just asking to.
Yeah, it's like, or you tell them it's
you
good.
out and putting you in, compromising situations. Why? To mess up my life? Like,
girl, dang.
So I guess
be doing that still.
Yikes. So I guess then, how do you guys tell when someone is genuinely interested in what you have going on in life, or just being like flat out nosy? Then
honestly, everyone's
people are
nosy until proven otherwise.
Most people are nosy.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? And I kind of guilty of it too, because I remember I was asking somebody a question, and he used to always tell me like, do you care? Or are you curious? Because it's a difference. Like, is it between caring and just being curious? And that's what made me like change the way I ask about stuff. Like, for instance, someone could tell you like something's really wrong with me, right? If someone tells you I'm wrong, I'm going through it. If you ask them what happened, that's being nosy. Because asking them what happened, that's just getting the tea. But if you ask them, how are you doing? Are you okay? That means you truly care about how whatever happened affected them, because you don't really need to know the details to know if they're okay in that situation.
Right.
If you're saying I want to know what happened because I want to know if you're okay, then go straight to that. You know, and so
I like that.
I think for me, like whenever it comes to my friends, to be honest with you, if I'm asking you, it's because I care. And I only say that because sometimes I do think that I can get so wrapped up in like what I have going on with my life that I completely don't ask other people like, how are they doing? Like, what's going on with them? Like, so I do think that sometimes my questions can sometimes come off like nosy, but I'm really just being like, I'm just trying to catch up with you.
But I feel like there's some people where it's okay to be nosy, but there's some people who I feel like you have not earned the right to be nosy. Like that.
Yeah. Like,
So if you could ask me this question, but I can't ask you the question back.
Yeah.
That's
or
when
if I
it's just
ask you and you start getting a little silent, mutish, like, what's going on? You came here to collect.
But it's also read the room sometimes.
Girl.
I feel like sometimes people need to read the room though. Like,
Yeah, for
you
sure.
can. For me, I can obviously tell when someone doesn't want to talk about something, so I drop it. And I feel like some people see you're like, you think they're being like secretive, but it's like this actually is very uncomfortable for this person, and you're still pushing forward to ask them questions.
Some people just don't know like
and
boundaries.
It's like, read the room.
Yeah, no,
So,
I
don't
definitely
know.
feel like if you verbally see somebody getting uncomfortable, then just stop asking them the questions. Like,
Cut it off. Cut it off.
Like,
I'm
or if
done.
they're being short, like
Literally.
that's a tell-all sign.
But some people just be short just to be short. They don't have conversation skills.
But then like, what's the difference? So like, what's the difference between being a person that's private and being a person that's like straight up secretive?
The word secretive is, I view that in a negative light. So secret to me is like something bad. I feel like the only time I look at a secret in a good way is like if it's a surprise for somebody. So I'm not gonna lie, people have called me secretive, and I actually take offense to that, because to me it's like, if I'm choosing not to talk to you about something, it's for a good reason within myself. I feel like sometimes when I don't choose to talk about stuff with people, it's because I'm still trying to figure it out. And you coming and prying, it overwhelms me. And I leave that conversation like, I didn't leave with anything that I needed. I felt like I put you unnecessarily in my business. I feel like I overshared, and now my mental health is on the line. So it's kind of just like, at one point is you wanting to check in like at the expense of my mental health.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like there's a clear difference between privacy and secrecy. Secrecy is like
lying.
By any means, like lying to say like, oh, this is what I'm not doing. So I don't know.
I feel like if you have to lie to keep it private, then it's a
secret. Girl.
Yeah, that's how I
You
feel.
have to lie.
Yeah, that's a liar.
Then it's like, then at this point it's a secret. Like someone, but
would y'all consider yourself a private person?
Oh yeah,
I think I'm private.
I am.
Because I mean,
I feel like we're all kind of private.
We're
though.
very
But then how do
private.
y'all feel like that goes hand in hand like with having a podcast?
I mean,
I'm
there's
not gonna-
limits to my privacy.
There is.
So-
I'm not gonna lie. There's like Paulette said, there's limits to my privacy. But I'm not gonna lie. There's sometimes I'm like, dang, like we have talks. I'm like, we really could have went in, y'all. Like we really could have in. And it's just like we're just kind of keeping it surface level. And it's like sometimes it's like not a mental fuckery, because it's just like I really could have got on there and really just said it all. But it's like I was holding back. So it's like, what was the point? But at the same time, I still feel like we give a healthy amount of like dialogue and dialogue in between like conversations, because it's like obviously we're not finna. This is not what y'all think it is. Y'all ain't never gonna get no tea on this podcast, on us. At least, on this
Yeah, you are
podcast.
never gonna be watching it
That
like,
ain't
oh, I'm piecing together
never gonna
Paulette's
happen.
life.
You ain't never gonna piece together nobody's
You're
life
gonna
on
be
this
piecing
podcast.
it wrong.
Piecing it very wrong, because the way we even tell stories in years later, like
Yeah.
it ain't.
You'll think we talking about A, we talk about B, girl.
And we talk about Z.
I could say it happened a year ago. It could happen yesterday.
Type shit.
Literally. Like, right now.
It just
Right
depends
now.
on how I feel.
Shit.
It depends on how I feel.
Just rearranging a little bit
It
of the
depends
story.
on how I feel, but I think like like we said, as long as we give like a healthy dialogue, it makes it okay. Like it just kind of feels that medium of like, oh, share too much, not share enough. Like I think especially honestly, I feel like for me, when I think about this podcast, I really think about the younger women that listen. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's always like enough for them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we're definitely like guided in some way. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Not even just podcasting. I think in general, if you're on a platform where people are tuning in, like don't be lying because people can clock you. Because people that know you gonna clock you, especially we in this new age where people just be
people love receipts.
They like stitching and telling the truth.
Like, people have to understand like digital footprint is very real. Like you know what I'm saying. So
someone gonna clock you, so you gotta be a little bit authentic.
I will say there's something very attractive and like captivating about authenticity. Like there is. Definitely. Like when people get on platforms and talk about their life and what they went through in A to Z. Like honestly, I applaud that. Like there is, but at the same time, it's like. Digital footprint is very real. Like there's some things that you can get on the internet and talk about and not take back. Like behind this podcast, we all have careers. Like you know what I'm saying. So it's just like we have to be careful about the things that we say. Like you know what I'm saying.
Not even that. Like it's just don't be like. Y'all just be honest and don't lie. Like if you have to lie, then don't be saying it because it's like that makes sense.
Circling back to that.
But okay, only reason I'm saying that because like there was actually something I saw on a social media platform where someone was talking about something they hadn't been through and it was weird. Like you said that you were involved in you know what I mean? Like it was just like, come on, bro. I knew you. I went to high school with you, bro. Like you lying. I can't clock you. Say, like, it's not my business.
For like the listeners, I feel like if you I think it's a fine line. Like I think you can even come to me and approach me. Like you might bring up something that I brought up on the podcast. You're like, like I really want to know like how'd you handle the situation because I'm actually going through something like that similar.
And I'll tell you.
And if you come to me like personally, I would definitely tell you.
For sure. Even if you
and I think the privacy is also it's out of respect for people who are actually in our personal lives. You know what I mean? Sure. It's not so much that we're just out here private because as much as we can say, we do say, but we also have to have respect for the people who it may affect that are not on the podcast or the people who we have in our personal lives who want to feel like we are still a safe space. Because there are some people who will be like, if I tell you this, don't say it on a podcast.
I'm like, why do you feel like what you say is content?
All the time, I'm like, you're not going to be content.
Yeah,
like stop.
You think I would just disrespect this conversation for
content?
I think
remember COE is real, y'all.
Right. I think the respect one is real, but I also think just protecting what I love. Like y'all know how it is when y'all advertise or talk about certain things. Like people, they come out the woodworks with, I don't need the stories. And so I feel like as well, it's like sometimes it's okay to protect the things that you love. Like just given the world that we live in, like people will seek you. Like when they be blackballing people, like that's why you gotta be careful. They will dig you down in the hole, post all your information. So you have to pick and choose what you want to talk about. Like,
because there was this one other girl who has another podcast. She said one thing wrong. Look, she said one thing too much. They had her social that day on the internet.
Social
security, bro.
That's crazy.
And her
Why would y'all do that? That's stupid.
And he told her, he said, stop talking or I'm going to dox your ass. And did. I was like, ugh.
So we talked about how we're all private really people.
Wow.
So has there been a time where like you've maybe kept something from someone like actually in your life and then they might have found out not from you but from some, through the grapevine, whatever, and they ended up like, how do they take that? Did they end up feeling some type of way? Did they come to you about it and talk to you about it? Or
I mean, definitely because like it got to a point where like I felt like every time I would share something with them, like shit would just reverse. Like things wouldn't play out how it's supposed to. Like you saw it playing out, right? And the moment you said it to something or somebody, it's like, what the fuck happened where it changed the direction of everything? And it happened one too many times. And it's like, okay, you know what? I need to
do you feel like it was like a thing like they were like preying on your downfall or like where they were like,
man, I'm really big on protecting your wins at this point because you just don't know. Some people can just, like y'all said, some people just naturally get jealous. So their thoughts start just like getting involved with what you got going on. And before you know it, it just changes the direction of things, And then I guess like the person found it later and like they got upset, but I played, I'm like, what am I going to tell you? I thought you were... What am I gonna say? I thought you were a spirit. Like,
how'd you play it off then?
I mean, I just told them, like, I just kind of just wanted to, keep this things to myself. I only told people, that kind of knew exactly what was going on. I didn't think I needed to share with everybody. Everyone found out when they were supposed to know. But I mean, did they take well to it? No.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I think definitely for me, like it. I think people just look at it like, oh my gosh, like, are we really friends or are we this? And I'm like,
yeah, we are, but.
To be honest with y'all, like there are just certain people like that are that are in my everyday life that like they just naturally find out things like as it happens, like in real time. And so it's never naturally. Exactly. So it's never one of those things where like I'm going to them like, oh my gosh, let me tell you about what happened in my life today. Right. It's just like, it's like, it just organically it just naturally comes up. Or they may have known like, oh, I was going to this interview or I was going to this
so happen to be on the phone. So right time, right place.
So I think that some people automatically are like, well, no, you went and told this person. Why wouldn't you tell me? And it's like, people don't realize like, no, it's like, it was just a natural conversation that ended up, going, they knew. So I don't know. It's hard because weird. people get upset.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. People, I agree. It's very weird, right?
I feel like I put myself in other people's shoes so often that it's like, if someone chose not to share something with me, I'm not going to be upset because I know how private I am. So how am I going to be mad that I heard something else later on down the line? Because if I did it, you probably mad at me. I'm not mad at you. Like that's just kind of how I look at it. And
I know I'm good. No matter when I got found out, shit.
Right.
As long as I'm not on the outside of things, that's we'll have another conversation. Like, why was I the last one to know?
No, not the last.
I actually was in a situation like this, and I kind of learned more. But the thing is, I'm actually like, sometimes I feel like my privacy can border on secrecy. I've talked about this before, but I think there's just certain things where it's just, I just don't know how to bring it up. Like, I don't know how to like just say, oh, this happened. I'm just not the type of person to just like volunteer information about myself.
Right.
So it was a situation where I was maybe dating somebody, and then the person I dated told my friend, and my friend knew we were together, but she just didn't know there's a title, and she was like, are you and so dating? And I was like, oh, I guess we are. And she was like, and you didn't tell me? And I was like, oh, I didn't know like you had to announce stuff. Like, I don't know. I was like, I just didn't know you had to announce stuff like that. And she really, the way she looked, I was like, oh shit, like this is kind of a big deal. I feel like this is a big deal. So after that, I kind of felt bad because I was like, dang, I guess I need to start making.
And I also think it has to go back to the fact that like maybe your friends just want to celebrate your wins with you. You know,
like, yeah.
I mean, I kind of agree. I kind of feel you, Michelle, because it's just like, I'm not just, hey guys, I have a man today. Like, if we together and it comes up, cool. But I'm not just, hey, I'm not picking up the phone, everybody, I have a man. I'm just not doing it. Like, in due conversation, it will come up. I'm not hiding anybody from anything, but I can see how that can be like, damn, like, not you stepping to me on something like, you have a man. And it's like,
how are you gonna go about like having a fiance? Like, are y'all not gonna tell people? Or you're just gonna like,
a fiance and a boyfriend is two different things.
Two different lanes, bro.
Two different things.
Like,
that night, I'm hitting the fucking group chat.
Yeah, like literally.
That same night. No, even before then, because I need to start dropping hints. Like,
like this is my husband.
Princess Halo, Solitary Diamond, one band. Like,
but to go back to kind of spin Nikki's question, I don't think I've ever been in that predicament per se, but I've had situations where it's like I was, I guess, private about certain things, and I'm like, when I'm looking back, I'm like, damn, why didn't I tell anybody? Like, what? Why didn't I? Because it's like, what was the big deal? Like, even I don't know, just like, and when I say even people, like even my siblings, you know what I mean? Like, damn, like they didn't even know. So it's just like little things. I'm just like, damn, like I actually could have told you because it's not that big of a deal. Like I think, and when we were younger, we used to think like, everything has to be this, everything, but it's just like. It don't be that deep.
I don't know. The only thing I found hard to like tell people was when my dad died. That was odd. Like, how do you like that? Is a tough call to call someone.
Yeah.
My dad died. Like, it's like, bro, like, that's odd. That's an awkward phone call. So that was the only thing I struggled with. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like others told people that I couldn't really like.
But
tell people. That was odd.
That's justifiable.
You know, that makes sense.
Like, but like, yeah. I mean. At the same time, do I regret certain things? Because telling my people about certain things, I'm like, they not here today.
Right, and like certain things, it's like they won't even know what I went, the type of embarrassment. It's in me only. Like no one else. When someone else knows about some heavy embarrassment, you're like, dog, are they bringing this up?
You can't even escape that. You can't even escape that. But now tell somebody something you regret telling them. Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God.
And you know what comes with that too? is like sometimes you share something that you should have just took in L in privacy because then your friends start joking about your situation and it's like you a little too comfortable laughing at my situation. Please stop.
Or just like randomly bringing it up like, why?
Not to think I'm a dumb bitch. Like, God damn.
So how's everything with? I'm like, why? No.
I definitely sometimes I'm good to slide a joke in and be like, oh,
Michelle is.
No,
Michelle is.
Michelle will joke if you fell on your face.
Let me tell y'all something. I had a TV in my house. Michelle was like, oh, okay. I told her like someone gave it to me. She's like, we need to break that bond. So y'all, I've had my TV mounted. Turned that hoe on. That hoe had a big like crack in it. Like the screen was broken. So Michelle was like, see is God, Paulette. See, I remember the other day I said break that, but I'm like, back of the joke came back again. Like it hit harder.
No, one thing about it though, the thing about it is like when your friends say you end up telling you things, I'm not for me.
Of the tongue, for real,
bro. But not even that. It's just
the way that thing broke.
I don't know what it's called, but like the shit will pop up on TikTok that day. And it's just like I gotta send you that TikTok. I'm so sorry, my girl. Like gotta send it. Like
girl, no, low key. Like so you make sure you're standing on 10. Keep.
That's fine. But if months have passed, please. I'm past this now. Please, I'm so past this. And you keep bringing it up. I don't want to talk about it no more. Gosh.
Oh my God.
Friends don't forget. That's all. No, friends don't forget.
They don't.
And they don't forget.
They don't.
They do not forget.
Because one thing about me, I'm that friend I'll never forget.
It's like a tweet I seen and it was like, may I choke on my spit every time I decide to overshare. And really, sometimes you just don't, because like y'all say in regards to friends, like y'all don't forget. So it's like sometimes there's things that I just want to diss about and it's just like, damn, now you gonna hate.
Even like, I remember I shared a story. I was like, "Damn, I want to go back." I was like, "Damn, I can't even go back because like the severity of the situation.
Be happy.
I ain't want my friends looking at me crazy. But it be the after effect you're fearing. I don't want y'all looking at me like
be fearing their friends, bro.
Okay, like I don't want y'all looking down at me.
Yeah.
I gotta.
I think that's a big thing for me. Is like I have a really hard. And you know what's so crazy? I feel like. How can I overshare? How can it be oversharing like when you're telling like friends or family, but you actually can really overshare because next thing you know, like you got your friends and family looking at you crazy like, okay, well, didn't we just talk about somebody else? Now you're talking about this person.
I can't even tell you how many niggas I hate. I don't even know who the fuck they are just based off the things that my friends have said. I hate these niggas. Like, I don't know you and I hate you. Like, I hate him. Like, bro, like, why we talking about him today? Like, please. Y'all tell you have to be mindful?
No, you just gotta be careful what you just choose to share. And then honestly, too, like, you know,
if you're gonna spin the block, just
don't eat. You gotta be silent about it. Turn off your locations, y'all. Because listen, that's the first giveaway.
But you know what? Now in that damn new update, if you have somebody's location and you in that message thread, it's gonna pop up
on the top.
I don't like that. I'm like, y'all, that's actually very oppish. What are you doing?
Yeah, it says what city they're in.
It says like right underneath their name.
Yeah.
It says Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, I was texting Tim. I'm like, why?
That's only if you're sharing locations. Only if you're sharing locations. But no, that's dead. Because literally, that's how. Look, bro, I was in Vegas for a couple of days. They were like, "You're in Vegas." I was like, "Wait."
And then all you gotta do is just click their name, and then it goes to their location.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of cool, though. It's a good like something happened.
So, have y'all ever had like a friend that has displayed like a sign of jealousy, and let's say you peep it? Were y'all able to like move past that, or did you feel like you had to like really get rid of that friend?
I got rid of her because it wasn't one time, wasn't 2 times, it was 3 times.
Yeah,
she got rid of herself.
Judas.
I don't think I've ever dealt with that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't think it was a display, but I think it was like Paulette said earlier, like monitoring spirits, where like every time I would share something with somebody, for some reason, it's like that thing would just go. And I'm just like, this does not make any sense. Like every time I share something with you, it affects that. And I don't know how to explain it, but I was like, I don't know if it's you or what you got going on, but it's like I have to stop sharing. As soon as I stopped sharing it with that person, like I noticed like it's like my life just got back on track, and I was just like, you know what? I can't call it. But
you know,
I just thought
sometimes people are just not in the season to be receiving certain stuff.
Yeah.
So like they twist things. You know, you just
you'd be surprised. People be witches and we don't know.
No, it's very true. Because think about it, like the same way power of the tongue, right? Because when you think about praying, like you could pray with your mouth, but you honestly don't have to like speak to pray. You could like think it if you think about it, right? Because it's a spirit. Spirits don't have voices. So the same way someone could just think something good, or you could pray something good, someone can have a bad thought unknowingly, and that thought can become a prayer to who? I don't know. But you know what I mean? That can be a
Yeah, no, you're very much, listen, the power of the tongue is very real. I always say, like, I'm very, very be careful with what I say, especially like, it's down to like the excuses I give at work. Like, I am not going to come, bro. I'm telling you, like, and it's so funny because it's just happened to me when I literally was just like, I was in Vegas, and they were like, look, just tell your job this and da. And I was like, no, I'm gonna tell them the truth, because if something happens, and something did happen, and it came true. That's why I was like, see, this is why I be careful with the things that I say, because no, like, it just came true. Every time I've said, I got pulled over, ended up getting pulled over. Every time I say, I got a ticket, ended up getting a ticket. Every single time. So I'm just like, look, the power of the tongue is real.
I remember one time I was at Kroger with my nephew. I love you, but low-key, you from the mouth of babes, man. I was in Walmart and I opened some M&Ms and he was like, you're not supposed to be doing that or whatever. You have to buy it first. And I'm just like, like Walmart is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They is not worried about these pack of M&Ms. And I'm gonna buy it. And he was like, you're gonna go to jail. The police is gonna find you. And I'm like, sir, like, what are you talking about the police? He was like, yeah. He kept making this joke. Yeah, I got pulled over on the way home. And I'm just like, you summoned these police energies up, and I'm not trying to blame you, but like, sir,
I'm not gonna lie, you can't be joking about certain stuff, because that shit comes full circle, and you be sitting there looking like, did I wish this upon myself, or what?
Like, dang, boy, a pack of M&Ms?
Yeah. Right. I mean, for me, to be honest with you, like, from here on out, if I can tell that you are a monitoring spirit, you have some jealousy towards me, anything, I'm gonna start coming to you very directly and talking to you about it. Yes, because I need to break whatever bond you're trying to put on me. I need to break that.
But how do you have this type of conversation?
I'm just gonna be like kind of like how your friend said it. Like, are you curious or do you care?
Like, who this for?
Like, bro, I sent you is real.
Like, for real.
No, like literally, like the name of my Wi-Fi password is, the name of my Wi-Fi network is like, why is you here? And like, that is a serious question. Like,
that's my header on Twitter. Why is you here? Jocelyn Hernandez.
Yeah, like, why is you here? Like, and it's a serious question. Like, what are your intentions? Like, with like, ask me these questions. What are your intentions about being in my life? Like, being my quote unquote friend. People are really just not as solid of friends as you think they are.
I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like I can kind of weed out genuineness in the very beginning.
You can.
Yeah, like, you could tell when somebody's like asking you questions for like obvious behavior and trying to be nosy versus somebody who like genuinely cares and like wants your best interest in life. So,
and I think that is also very easy to spot, because if I say something to you and now your friend knows and your friend is having a conversation with me with something I shared with you, it's kind of just like, that wasn't, I didn't even want to talk to you. I did not even want to talk to you about this, but you pressed it. And not only did you press it, then you shared it with somebody else. So it's like, actually fuck you and you respectfully.
But I also think that people's past tells a lot about them. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, a lot of people used to be like, oh my gosh, like, those people are just haters. They just didn't like her or whatever. But like, I think that friendships really tell a lot. Like, for me, if someone really falls out with a lot of people very often, it's just not a person who's meant to be my friend.
No,
it's them.
So
dead ass.
Been there, done that.
So I have a question, because we're talking about prying. What would y'all consider like a question that's just like, if you ask me this, then you're either an op or a hating ass hoe? Like this question.
Ooh. Okay. I think that unless you are like my friend, someone at this table, or my sister, like my family, something, you should really not be asking me how much I pay for my house.
Ooh, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Especially since it's public record. So if you really
like,
just
baby.
Like, if you really just wanted to know, it's public record. But you see, it's the reason why you can't search it, because you don't even know my address. So the fact that you even have to come to me and ask me like how much I pay for my house, or like, or how much is your mortgage?
People don't have shame.
I think it's so
asking somebody's mortgage payment is crazy as fuck. That's crazy as fuck.
I can't even tell y'all how many times I have gotten that. Like, and it's just like to the point where I'm like,
finances are so tacky.
It is, because I've had people ask me how much I get paid, which is also just like, tacky. Why do you want to know?
Yeah.
Like, that's
But then
weird.
also too. Okay, wait. So we'll circle back there, because I have a question.
But no,
okay. You had this conversation before, I feel like.
Yeah, because, okay, so I was actually like talking to a friend, and like, I was telling like, you know, like when some people ask me certain questions, like I don't take it as like they're being nosy. I just take that like they're like organically trying to have a conversation. So you said the work thing, right? It's been shown that people should be asking people their salary so they know how to advocate for themselves and, you know, make sure they're
I think as long as they're in the same field. If you're in the same field as
y'all
me.
didn't say that.
No, so if you're in the same field as me,
Then,
and like
okay,
let's say if you're
cool.
looking for new jobs, and I know that, and we're having a conversation about like, hey, I'm job searching. What's the average pay right now for this field? That's completely different than, hey girl, like how much you making? No, that's
some girls be just straight to the point.
No, yeah,
completely different.
that's very true. Because my friend, we're in the same field, and we actively always talk about how much we make, what we doing, because it allows me to move smarter, it allows her to move smarter, and it's just like you said, it's transparency in our field. Like, damn, I shouldn't settle for that. I need to be working towards this.
Right.
But a random just to come to me and say, hey, how much do you make? Why?
Right.
Why do you want to know that?
No, and even then I can tell the difference because in the situation, the person who asked me, like, we weren't in the same field, but it's like I knew, like, there's been two situations. I knew, like, it was like, okay, you know what, maybe if you want to make a career switch, you know, cool, this is full transparency. But then this other people was just like, why do you want to know? Like, you asking this out of nowhere is actually a little crazy, especially like you said, this is Googleable information. So it's just like, it just gives kind of up.
Also, too, I feel like if like you're not like my host friend, you should not be asking me if I'm still dealing with somebody.
You should ask me about no nigga.
No,
period.
that's
That's what I was about to say. You should ask me about no nigga that one, you ain't seen me with, two, that you know I'm not with, and three, that you not finna date.
That
so
part.
hey,
Even if you see, I don't care if he's standing next to me.
Yeah, don't ask me about
no nigga.
Are you silly?
So then how do y'all feel about like, okay, let's say that a friend comes to you, they start following someone on social media, they say that y'all are mutual friends. How do you feel about them coming to you and being like, hey, like this so-and-so followed me, like, it said that you're a mutual friend, how do you know him?
I don't like that either because
I think that's odd that people do that to people. How do you know I'm not just like you, just a friendly follower?
Thank you. A lot of times you meet people out, they follow you, and that's that. Like, never seen or heard from that nigga again. But it's just like, so I feel like asking me is kind of just like,
Oppish. If it ain't nobody at this table, you can never step to me and ask me no question like that, because I will just, you're not getting a reply. Even if I don't fuck with him, you're not getting a reply. Even if I don't know him, you're not getting a reply, because why are you asking me? Ask him about him. Don't ask me about him.
Now you about to get charged up.
Thank you.
Like, why you got random bitches asking me who you are? Like, what?
Like, what? Like,
no, don't do that. Have y'all, any of y'all done that?
Oh,
no.
people have asked me that.
I've had people ask me about people. I'm like, why are you asking?
But I think it's only people like that maybe feel
no, you shouldn't. No. I don't care how comfortable I make you.
Like
don't
I
ask
said,
that question.
Don't ask me about no nigga you ain't never seen me with your own eyes.
I feel like, if I've never personally like had a conversation about, and you just saw me with some random man from Dallas, you should not be asking me about that person. It's weird.
Keyword. And the key situation is if you don't have intentions on dating them too. So it's just like, and even if y'all did, ask that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yeah, no.
And also, some of us understand don't have to be explained. Like, what you want me to confirm? What do you want me to confirm? Like,
maybe they just want the green light to like.
You give yourself green light and let the best one win.
Not even just. Not the best man.
I mean, not even that, but I feel like if it gets to that point, like, because for all you know, you couldn't even like him. You won't even like, or if you. Who's to say that it will work out? And if it does, that's when you start asking questions. And ask the guy first. I'm sorry. Like, and then if you feel like we're cool enough, you can ask me questions and fine. But like, even then, it's just to me, it's just a little tricky. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know.
I think it's odd.
I say just don't, because I'm not gonna lie. If you feel like you are close enough to me that you need to ask me for permission to date somebody that you think that I dated, then you shouldn't date him. That's just how I feel. Like, to me, if I truly like somebody and I feel like, okay, maybe he dated her, whatever. If I want to fuck with that nigga, I'm just gonna fuck with him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try and create some type of friendship with this person just to figure out if she dated him. No. Just for me to go around and get the green light to date him. Like,
or not even just that. You gonna ask me, you gonna fuck with him anyway. So why are you giving me notice to know? Like, it's giving you want me to know, and I don't care to know.
Just
and also too, y'all. Let's briefly, ladies, y'all in Hinge. Y'all gotta stop approaching girls behind guys y'all swipe left with and swipe right to. Y'all gotta stop that shit. It's weirdo behavior. And y'all haven't gone on a date, haven't left the app. Stop asking women to behind these men off Hinge. Ask them and read their page.
Does Hinge have like...
God, y'all in a chokehold.
Did the marketing budget increase? I feel like everybody's on Hinge this year.
Everyone has adopted Hinge.
Something happen? Did something happen?
It was remember that it's like a turning point.
The conversation at the beginning. Who's like forcing y'all to marry?
I feel like Hinge is the new
Everyone got to hit that.
Because like out of nowhere,
I just know that I've heard stories and it's like they doing what off what? Approaching you behind someone they match with on Hinge is fucking crazy.
But I mean, but how would they?
No, that's crazy talk. That's crazy.
But the thing is, I feel like sometimes people, not everybody's intentions are like ill. You know what I mean? Some people just genuinely want to know and they're genuinely curious, and that's fine. But at the same time, I just feel like you're just don't ask.
But they see you talking to someone they match with on Hinge.
Don't ask me. I'll say that. I don't know.
I think this is my last thing I have to say.
Odd behavior.
I think if I post something and then you now feel to go to my friend to ask her to confirm what you saw that I posted, mind your business.
Yeah.
Why are you like you need to actually mind your business.
That's
like
actually
when you see me and you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. But to see me post something and now you want to run to my friend and say, hey, is so and so doing this, and this?
Oh, now you're getting blocked. See, now you've lost access to even see it again. Unfortunately. Wow, it's crazy.
Weird.
Hides from story. Cause what?
But no, we're gonna wrap the episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We talked about a lot.
We did, actually.
And I think we needed to talk about it. This was the conversation that needed to be had because it's the beginning of the year and people need to weed out monitoring spirits, and manage your wins and your losses and not lie about wins.
Or losses.
Oh yeah, that's true. You ain't gotta share, but you ain't gotta lie either. But
Period.
This your girl Jori. Ali is signing out.
Bye y'all. Shell.
Bye everyone. Just Nick.
It's your girl Paulette signing out, and fuck all them haters.
Bye, y'all. It's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris. Peace out.
Make sure you follow us, subscribe.
Oh yeah,
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're
Petty Party
listening,
Pod.
this is on YouTube. Bye.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.